choice you have made has led you to this moment.
It sure has. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is where the stream begins, and I'm excited to talk about some MAUL stuff. And most likely you're here too because you like MAUL and probably action figures, typically 3.75 Star Wars action figures. So this is where the stream begins and where the fun begins. So what's up, everyone? Glad to see some people here in the chat. And of course, I will have two guests who have been riding with me pretty hard when it comes to talking about MAUL. We like to call ourselves, maybe it's a spicy docky crew. And let's bring on our first guest, who is Findor Moon.
What's up, guys?
What's up, man? And then, of course, we also have Evan Mile High Ground.
Hello there.
Yeah.
Hello there. How y'all doing, man?
Doing great, man. I'm thriving.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Still reeling in the reality of there's no new MAUL episodes next week.
Yeah, that's tough.
But I'm so happy that they told us already that season 2 is coming. So, and it may not be as far off as you think. So I'm hoping like it's a next year thing. Like we get to do this again next May. Yeah, I mean, I would love it if it was just like, Monday, new episodes at the end. So
I know. I like how Finn, you have a little MAUL inspired shirt. I had to get this one.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm hyped on this show. It was so damn good.
I didn't do MAUL today. I just did Street Sharks.
It's similar. They're fierce.
I mean, if you're not gonna do MAUL, why not do Street Sharks?
Exactly. That's what I always say.
Dude, I was kind of obsessed with Street Sharks when I was younger. Like I would wake up so early to try to watch it, like on whatever channel it was.
Yeah, it was.
I was just like fascinated by it.
God, somehow missed the Street Shark hype.
Oof.
Oh, dude, it was one of those things. Like as a kid, it was my collecting origin story is like, Thomas the Tank Engine as a little guy, and then Kenner Batman and Street Sharks, like Batman the Animated Series and Street Sharks, Star Wars, and then
nice.
Oh,
I think I got like 1 or 2 of those Street Shark figures. I don't even know where the heck they went.
Dude, I'm weeping. This is totally off topic. There was just Comic-Con like 2 years ago for when they brought back Street Sharks in like 2024 or whatever for the anniversary. They're like, here's the next 2 waves, and they showed them and they looked great, and it had a couple of my favorite characters in it. Radio silence. They've never. I think the line's over. They're not going to finish it. We're not getting those figures.
Dude.
We just got the first 2 waves, so it's like I got the main 4 and then 2 villains. So I mean, I can live with it. They're incredible.
Yeah. I remember you posting those, and I was like, "Oh, cool! Dang, I remember those." Like,
God, I love
that
so
dude.
much, man.
And what was that? There was another show that was similar. It was like Motorcycle Mice from Mars.
Mars.
what?
That's
another one that I missed out on, man. Like
vaguely remember that.
Yeah, those are in Walmart's. They did a new line, but also Extreme Dinosaurs, which was like tied into Street Sharks. Like they technically shared a canon. Anyway, dude, we're here to talk about MAUL.
It's MAUL adjacent. It's cartoons, man. It's cartoons.
Yeah.
Speaking of Extreme Dinosaurs, how about Docky?
Yes, dude. Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna talk some Docky for sure. Sure.
And
but yeah, we got some people in the chat. Of course, my dude, sci-fi dude, you're always here, first in line with lots of energy. Love it. He
starts it the same way every time too, and
every time. I love it.
Toys are the way. Toys are the way.
Heck yeah, How Runner Base. What's up, man? What's up?
I know Hal Runner. I think he didn't. He drew a short straw today and didn't make it to the celebration drama. I saw that on Instagram.
Oh man, I hate that.
Bummer. Yeah, sci-fi dude's asking, did you get tickets? I did get tickets. I was lucky enough to have Evan help me out, actually. I was sitting in line for a while, like 2.5 hours, and my stupid little guy was only halfway. I was joking that he was like Cinco de Mayo hungover or something because I was in there the very second they went on like sale. Like,
yeah, I don't want to like. I feel bad gloating because I never get lucky with this stuff. I think like 2019, I lost every panel lottery. I didn't get to see like any of the panels. 2022, managed to get into a couple things, but not a whole lot of luck with the panel lottery. We had to do individual days. And this year lucked out, man. My little guy in the queue, I think I was done. I was in and out in 15 minutes.
What?
And
wow.
I know. I had like 3 browsers up. My cousin was in Chicago on as well. And we had to coordinate it. But I felt like a jerk because then I was talking to several folks. And I was like, dude, if I should have coordinated with like you
Yeah.
and John, those guys. I was like, oh, dude, I could have made sure we were all good.
Damn.
We were messing up, man.
That's all good.
Yeah.
So I guess my first question is, Evan, how does it feel to be God's favorite?
It's a new feeling. Never felt it before.
Are you having all the fun?
Yes, this is all the fun. But it comes with an immense weight of guilt to it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
yeah.
Sci-Fi dude, happy that you got in for Saturday.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. And yeah, happy Revenge of the Sixth.
Yes, I saw that. I got an email from like the Star Wars mailing list or whatever for Amazon exclusives, and they actually had a Revenge of the Sixth official logo.
Oh, really?
I feel like I couldn't remember seeing. They probably have had it for years. I didn't pay attention, but
Yeah, right on. That's cool. I like that.
I'm looking for this thing that I wanted to tell you guys about. Someone went through and made like fun names for like the first like 9 days of May, and I sent it to myself because I was like, I gotta show these guys, and now I'm trying to find it because it's
all
really
good.
funny. But
Cody, what's up, man? I'd love to see you here.
But I was talking to my mom and she was like, oh my gosh, I was so busy the other day. I didn't even get to watch Star Wars on May the 4th. And I was like, well, hey, listen, it's all good because, now the entire month this is the May.
yeah,
That's true.
And she was like, so I didn't miss it. And I was like, no, you got time. You're good. And she was so thrilled. She was like, oh, I'm so glad someone came up with a new thing.
yeah.
May is the month for the Force to be with you.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
Although, as I always like to say, it's every day is Star Wars Day if you're not a filthy casual.
This is true. This is true. We live
True.
and breathe this plastic
I can't
and
find it. I'll
crazy
have to send it to you
galaxy.
guys later.
It's all good, man.
I think someone was like, it was like May the 4th. I have a bad feeling about 5th. Revenge of the 6th. It was just like they're terrible puns, but
I know the one for the 10th.
Yeah, what was it?
It's Treason 10.
It's Treason 10th.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. But Nicholas, what's up, man? Glad to see you here too. I know you're in the crazy time zone. He's in the future right now. One of those future people.
Oh, real quick, just speaking of May, shameless personal plug. My girlfriend and I, our 10th anniversary is this month, and our anniversary date is May 25th. Is when we get together.
Oh shit!
Cool.
So it's yeah. So we get to celebrate early at Celebration next year. But
Nice. That's what's up, Cody. See you celebration, man.
yeah,
Awesome, man. Congratulations. That's a big milestone.
Oh shit. Tio Docky.
Docky.
That's amazing, dude. That's so
Tio Docky.
I love that.
Love that.
Man. But yeah. I guess let's bring up some images from MAUL and stuff like that.
Let's do it. I hope there's one screenshot that I hope you have, one image I hope you have that we're going to look at.
I know exactly which one it is too.
We'll see. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
I did a little different this time. Well, only slightly different.
Okay.
So I brought up like the screen caps,
Yeah.
but pretty much it'll be screen caps up until about the fight. Because literally the last half of this first episode is like just saber battle. And the last episode is just straight saber battle. So I was like, well, I guess we'll just watch this.
I'm so in.
Yeah, man. But again, just love the like imagery. Like, so good to see like, I don't know, just animated Star Destroyers and just like that bright light and just like, I don't know.
Dude.
And compare it, I love how compared to how we've seen Janix at the beginning of the season, like even when it was nighttime, it was still like clearish and very bright and poppy.
Yeah.
And then you look at it here and it's just like the Empire's here, man. Look at like another Star Destroyer in the sky.
Yeah.
Just
Shroud of Darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. The Empire steals the light from everywhere it goes.
Yes.
Unless they got those gunships coming around with those floodlights.
Yeah, true enough.
Yeah, dude.
I just had to like highlight something like gunship action. Like,
dude, there was so much lad action in this show.
Yeah.
It's like, bro,
I feel like more than we've seen in a minute, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like we saw more lats in this than we saw in Clone Wars. Like, it was wild.
It's true.
I know I'm being hyperbolic here, but it was and it made me wish, like, dang, dude, if we did the Lat HasLab again, if we had done it this year, like after MAUL, it's like maybe there would have been more hype for.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. No,
it kind of makes me wish that the Lat had not been a HasLab, and they'd found a way to do it like as a general release. Even if it didn't have all the extra stuff, you know, like just like, because then they could repaint it and put out the Imperial Lat. They could put out like all kinds of different stuff, but you know, like it is what it is. But I'm so stoked for everyone that's getting their Lat. I'm going to be one of those poor suckers that's going to have to be finding one on the secondary market, but worth it because it looks so good.
We'll stay in touch, Finn. You know someone that got 5, so we'll see what happens.
You're
who do I know that has 5 Lats?
So here's a question though, and this is not me like trying to say this is what they should do. It's just like, how would you feel about it, and like how would folks feel about it if they didn't use the HasLab Lat, but if like the old Lat, like the smaller Lat.
Oh, the old smaller one.
Yeah. What if they did like a white version of that in
Interesting.
TVC? Like, you know, again, minimal deco, so hopefully that would keep it would still be expensive as hell, but like maybe that would keep it a little bit cheaper.
That could be an option and kind of cool, to be honest.
I mean, it would definitely feel like a little bit. I mean, a little bit of a step down after having seen the new Lat, but I think there's a lot of people who would just be happy to have that as an option.
Yeah, because it's like
to have Lat repaints.
It's a toy. It'd be, you know, it's dated, but it's still like a good toy, and it's been released in the vintage collection before, so it's like it's still good. It's just not the definitive version. So
yeah, I mean, they could even with the plain white ones, like they could give it a good wash.
Yeah,
you know, give it a good wash, bring out that detail, you know, like as long as they make sure that the few paint details that would be on it look really good. I mean, I think that they could get away with it.
Yeah. Or release a 4.5-inch scale one for that Action Verse line. So it'd be dumbed down, but it would be big. So it
was just saying that.
Yeah.
I would say that the one thing I would be like concerned about, and I guess it would be up to like people's preferences, is like the old Lat is like so, it's kind of underwhelming now too. Like interior wise, it's like definitely underwhelming. As like a whole, it's still like a nice display piece. So it's kind of like, I don't know, it could go either way for some people. But it would be cool as like an option for anyone who doesn't have one at all to like get one into their collection and stuff.
And then that way it doesn't affect, you know, there's going to be the Lat, like the HasLab Lats on the market and all that, and it doesn't undermine it by re-releasing it again. Like they keep it exclusive. It's the HasLab. You missed it.
Yeah.
But you know, there's still this version that exists. So, you know, I don't know. I'm not saying they should. I'm not advocating for it. I just am curious how folks would feel. I personally wouldn't be against it. I think I would pick up like an all white Lat on the old body. And how many times can we say Lat? And what are we, gym bros? Like
how many Lats you doing, man?
We got some great Lats going on right now. Yeah.
Hell yeah. So, and Riley Bob, what's up, man? Indeed, what a freaking series. Absolute cinema, indeed.
Yeah,
definitely. Dude, I'm right there with you. Inject that season 2 in our veins.
I cannot believe how good this series. Like, I knew it was going to be good, and I knew I was going to like it just because of like the characters, and I love the like gritty, like underworld, like, you know, shady side of Star Wars. I think it's super fun. I love what we got in Solo. I love what we got in Outlaws. I love the glimpses that we've seen in The Mandalorian and all that. But my God, man, it was so good.
That was awesome, man. And I will say it was really nice to see this character make it back into like the spotlight. I didn't update him onto the like figures we need list, but I figured we were going to talk about him anyway. Brian Voss.
Dude, just in time for Lewis's birthday.
Yeah, dude.
I know. So
Oh,
cool.
I didn't even think about that. Good pull, man. Happy birthday, Lewis.
If only now Hasbro would deliver Lewis a wonderful birthday present and announce his character maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
A little late, but still be good.
This would be one of those
Right.
where it's like a character that he didn't really do much in the show. He wasn't like, he was important, but not as like a major character. I'm sure he'll be important in season 2, but it's like if we got a figure of him on a Shadow Lord card and that's how we got him,
Yes.
that's one I'd be like, oh, heck yeah, this isn't coming at the expense of like, oh, we're getting him instead of Docky or whatever. It'd be like, oh, this is just a good excuse for them to put out a figure we've been asking for 8-9 years. So
Yeah, because he's a 6-timer, isn't he?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like how a lot of people felt about Marok. It's like, dude, this also gives us another figure from Ahsoka that we missed out on. And there was
Exactly.
the excitement of that. It's like, if they gave us a Shadow Lord Dryden Voss,
Yeah.
I would have no problems with that. I mean, there's some card collectors who'd be a little bummed. I'm not a card collector. I do not care. I would rip that guy off the card and he would serve every purpose that a Dryden Voss figure could possibly serve in my collection. Amazing. I mean,
No, I think it's a good way to at least put a little bit more fire behind the desire for this character and just, double world build, if you will, because he
Yeah.
could be added obviously to the solo shelf and also like your Maul Shadow Lord or however you want to do it. So
but also
definitely
like,
one that we need.
he might be playing a bigger role in season 2. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they've made a completely new animation model. They had one that they made for season 7 of Clone Wars,
Mhm.
where we glimpsed him for just a little bit, and then they made yet another completely all new animation model for him in this show. So I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, he's got lines. They've cast a voice actor as Dryden Voss. He's very involved he's intertwined with Maul's current state of being right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see the two of them working together a lot more, because I think in this particular moment, Dryden Voss thinks that he's got Maul under his thumb, but we know that's going to switch around by the time Solo comes around, because we know how terrified Dryden Voss is of Maul. Like, do you know who I answer to? Like, we know that that's going to flip around. So it would be kind of cool to see that power shift happen in Maul Shadow Lord.
Is Dryden Voss related to Quinlan Voss?
No.
Is
Amazing.
Voss just like the Smith of
Yeah.
Star Wars
Yeah.
Galaxy?
Yeah. Or like the
Yeah.
Dark Knight, or what is there, like 10 or Antilles. There's so many characters with the last name Antilles.
Yeah.
Question. So
This is
hype
smart
on the
too.
show. Loved it. Oh, let's see. Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. That would be super easy for them to give us a solo version later if
Yeah.
they did this one first.
I love repacking stuff. So
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, they'll never turn down a good repack opportunity. Although we say that, and it's just like we're all the clones, dog.
yeah, for
They're
real.
they're repacking fiends unless it makes sense,
Yeah.
and then they won't do it.
True.
Well, how did you guys feel? And again, sorry for the vacuum noise. I tried to mute myself.
It's all
I
good.
can't hear anything.
Oh, good. It's cleaning day at my office every Wednesday, so it's perfect timing for when we're doing this.
Nice.
Tried it. So I'm hyped on the show. I love the show. I'm not like nitpicking. I didn't really love the Dryden voice. It just
Oh, really?
because I recognize Paul Bettany's voice so distinctly.
Mm.
The second this guy opened his mouth, I was just like, oh, nope. So,
Yeah.
not that he did a bad job. And
Yeah.
it didn't break the immersion for me. I didn't dislike it. I was just kind of like mildly disappointed that it wasn't Paul Bettany, but I was still very much like, oh, but this is the character. This is fine. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I could feel that because like it was slightly off for me, but it didn't take me out of the moment, to be honest. But no, I hear what you're saying with that.
Yeah. There was one moment, I can't remember. I need to rewatch the episodes. There was one moment though where I was like, oh, the impression's on point. You tried to enunciate something like Bettany, and it worked out well.
Yeah. But I mean, like you were saying before, Finn, I'm pretty sure this character is going to be kind of like a bigger role in season 2 for sure. At least, we're going to see more scenes with him for sure.
Yeah.
Just as
So-
Maul carries on and spreads throughout the galaxy.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
This
now
is the
that
face when you're not getting Dryden Voss on a TVC release.
Oh.
Yep.
See, but now that Hasbro's seen it, we see it when you see it.
Yeah.
Okay,
True.
Season 2 comes out probably next year sometime, maybe a year and a half from now. Get going.
Be on it, dude. Be
That's true.
on it.
Get
They're usually
going.
they're usually quicker too with like getting the animations out. So yeah, I could see this
Yeah.
happening next year. Damn,
Yeah,
which
and
would be
also it's
crazy
like-
if it was around this time, because it would be like basically around Celebration, which is like
Yeah,
That'd be
dude,
what-
it'd
that'd
be
be what?
awesome.
Yeah, the 50th re-release, Starfighter. If they did MAUL, they're like that'd be a stacked spring, dude.
yeah.
Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, and then it is perfect because they could get 2 releases out of it, and carded collectors will be happy. We'll be happy.
Yeah.
The MAUL release could come with his blaster. The solo release could come with his daggers.
I'd love that.
Then being like, well, you'll get maybe 1 dagger as an accessory, and maybe we'll put it on a MAUL card.
Yeah, no blaster, just the dagger, but only 1.
But it's coming, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll buy 2 of these figures so I can get 2 daggers.
Yeah. I mean, if Hasbro wanted to get me to buy all 3 versions of Dryden's outfit that we've seen so far, they don't have to twist my arm very hard. I will do it gleefully. I encourage them to get that character out there. So
Yeah. How many MAUL sabers do you have, Evan?
actually, it's waiting for me at home, the limited edition one that I ordered on May the 4th.
Dang, that came fast.
Yeah, the droid showed up on Monday or Tuesday, and
I saw that.
the lightsaber showed up today. And yeah, dude, it's the same exact version of the lightsaber that I have, just with dirtier paint on it and a little special box with a picture of Maul, because I can't just pull up the animation to look at pictures of Maul.
Hey, special box. You're with
Oh
it.
yeah.
But
Nah,
man,
man.
it goes with my Devon saber. I love it so much. And everybody's like, oh no, Rook cast, oh no, Scourge and whatever, and oh no, the Mandalorians. And it's like, but like the lightsabers, they were so
The
cool.
lightsabers are
I
gone.
felt like General Grievous, like when they abandoned the lightsaber, and I'm just like heavy breathing.
How long do you think
Yeah.
it's going to take for someone to edit where Devin's lightsaber rolls over the edge of that cliff or that building,
Yeah,
and someone edit an animated Grievous jumping after?
screw that. Challenge to viewers: put me in there diving over the edge after the lightsaber.
True. I was about to say, like,
Let me raise you one. Have Grievous going after it, and then have Evan drop kick Grievous out of the way and go get the lightsaber.
Hold on, let me go to
Amazing.
the studio and I'll go film myself doing some drop kicks on a transparent background for you guys.
Yeah.
Hell
and,
yeah.
and I'm also the kind of person that's like, so who got Docky's saber
Yeah.
as well?
Ooh.
Like, did we pick
Yeah.
that up? Did anyone pick that up?
Well, Sci-Fi Dude just asked, is there a lightsaber you'd like that's not out yet? Docky's saber, they haven't made yet.
His is straight. It's like it's like larger at the top and it like kind of tapers down. doesn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
Interesting.
It's really cool. I haven't like studied it too much. I
And
want
it also
to.
has a leather cover, I believe.
Yeah, I love that one. I love we don't have any Inquisitor sabers officially licensed with Disney or Hasbro, which is wild. Again, HasLab doesn't count because that didn't get made. But Maul's Inquisitor lightsaber from Solo would be
that'd be a
incredible.
smart one.
I
Yeah.
would love that. And more
Speaking
high
of-
of course, but
Speaking of HasLabs, July through November, I think that if Hasbro was ever going to venture into the HasLab re-release territory, the LAT is probably the most justifiable one.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
yeah,
It's really odd, and I know we've talked about this so much when it comes to like the LAT campaign and stuff like that, where people were like, well, it should have been something like a little bit more unique, like the Tiger Shark like paint job, and then they do a standard release of like the actual standard Attack of the Clones version. But
Mhm.
I don't know. I think, HasLabs are also just getting that dream item and like tooling into like our collection. So I think that was a driving force behind it too.
So
You know-
here's a question. Since we've seen before where a HasLab can bring in like figures that bring in tooling that can be reused, like to expand the tooling library, the gunship's tooling exists now.
Mhm.
And that specific Attack of the Clones gunship was the HasLab. Do you think there's any world that we live in where a gunship without all the extra panels and figures and stuff can get a repaint and a release as a Pulse exclusive for
I mean,
like
it's hard to say because they kind of said they had
350.
no plans to do anything like that.
Yeah. But like, do you think that there's a way that would happen, and would it be well received?
I don't know. I know there's a contingent that are like, no, don't undermine the exclusivity of HasLabs. Good luck getting people to back it if you're just going to release it in the future. That argument. But I think about it, it's like I'm not in for the HasLabs for like reselling. I want them for me and to help people out, and to show support. So like if they were to do alternate versions, I would be all over that. I think that'd be stoked. And like you said, bare bones it a little bit more. They could make it so maybe the moving parts of the missile thing doesn't have to be moving. They can make that a solid piece. No figures, whatever. And I don't know.
No stand.
It's a tricky question. It's a slippery slope where it's like, okay.
I mean, they still haven't dived into the potential re-release of any of the HasLabs, but they always kind of allude to it's always evolving and it's not really necessarily off the table. So who knows?
Well, didn't they do a Ghostbusters one? I mean, not Star Wars, obviously, but Ghostbusters, the Proton Pack or whatever. I think they did like a non-HasLab version, and I think it utilized parts from the HasLab version, and it's like a different kind of Proton Pack.
There was also a G.I. Joe vehicle that got repainted. It was a HasLab, and it got repainted and released, I think, as a Pulse exclusive.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's precedent for a similar thing to happen. It's just a matter of, will Star Wars collectors react well to it?
I mean, do Star Wars collectors react well to anything?
True. So it's almost like,
and do Star Wars collectors react well to HasLabs? No. The HasLab discourse is one of my least favorite times in collecting Star Wars.
Yeah, as a whole, no.
Always, chiming in with the worst takes imaginable, the most cynical takes imaginable. It's tough. It's hard. And I get it. It's not saying anybody's like wrong or invalid. It's just kind of like sometimes folks can't see the forest for the trees. And
it'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
How'd you guys feel about the Force connection?
Loved it.
It was cool to see that again, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I also thought it was cool because it's like such a just a Star Wars thing. Like they ticked off so many boxes when it comes to like things that I want to see in terms of like Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
It's also giving consistency to how the Force works and how we see the Force depicted. So it's like when someone's just like, oh, okay, so I'm watching Rise of Skywalker, and then they do this ass pull where there's this new power and blah blah blah. It's like, well, no. It's like, well, then why didn't Luke Skywalker know it, or why didn't Obi-Wan Kenobi know it in the prequels? And it's like, because they're one narrative thing, coming up with new things, and you can retcon, retroactively put things in, or have them be things that are contingent to the context of the story they're in. Like if characters having kind of like an imprinted connection to one another where they can communicate directly, it's cool seeing that in more different ways and how it's caused. Like in this one where it's like, Maul saved my life on the bridge, and we had like a moment of connection. And through moments of extreme duress or moments of extreme passion or moments of just extreme energy exchange through the universe. I think it's fun to see how there's all these different aspects of the Force. It's like, what is it, Palpatine? If one is to know the big picture, I don't know the whole thing, but one must study all of its aspects.
Yeah, all the aspects, not that
all the aspects, and
narrow-minded view of
it's fun to see them explore these powers, because then it doesn't cheapen them. To me, it makes them mean more, seeing how certain characters can use them or the situations that these powers arise in.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
It was also like interesting to like just see Daki slowly kind of like questioning and like putting this together. Like he knew, he could sense that like things were starting to kind of fall apart. Which kind of reminds me of like Yoda also just starting to like eventually feel like the dark side's taking over, and just like, I don't know, just having those doubts then towards the end. Very similar.
And it's almost, I do love like in that duel that where they talk about his method for the attack, be strategic, be thoughtful, and Maul just being like, be aggressive, go nuts.
Yeah.
It's fun seeing how they merge those two styles and how both of them in a vacuum are right, and they both have merit, especially in the duel that they end up in against who they end up against. But Daki staying true to the Jedi while still demonstrating the power of it, and really, not necessarily. He seemed like he was, falling prey to hubris of being like, don't steal. And now that's the whole problem of Devin getting arrested. He's like, just trust in the Force. And everybody's like, come on, man, where's that gotten the Jedi? But then at the end, he's still very much like, no, I am a true believer in this. And
he really is.
The only thing I can do is, even if I fail, I just need to set the example and pass on to my student, whether she takes this lesson or not, that this is the true power of the Force. This is what it means to be a Jedi. This is what it means to be, good. This is the power that you can have. Even if it doesn't always win, or it doesn't always get you the quick, satisfying results.
Yeah.
No, I totally understand that. And I feel like, yeah, sometimes I guess when you just know that you're doing like the best job that you possibly can, even though it might be futile in the end, you can just like be at peace that you did try the best and did what you thought was true and right in that moment. I feel like that's very Daki. I mean, even in this moment right here, where it's like so clear that like, Maul's luring them over here to like benefit himself, and Daki even is just like, let me go and like, talk to this fool.
It's like he's going to betray us.
Yeah, he knows. He knows. Part of him wants to believe there's maybe some good here or whatever, but he knows that like in the end, Maul is only out for his own self-interest.
Yeah. And it's also him, still trying to find a way to utilize whatever he can, even in like the most desperate measures, still to find a path for peace or escape for those that he's, charged himself to protect.
Gosh, just this shot right here. Sorry, I had a thought. Think about the massive collection of characters we've gathered.
Yeah.
Just on the protagonist side of this show, and how there's like 15 people right there, and just about every single one of them managed to get some form of meaningful character development over the course of this 10 episode series.
Yeah.
And to the point that we were invested in their characters. Like the Mandalorian mercenaries, we got a good background on them. We saw that there's splintering. Some of them were very money motivated. Some of them were loyal. So there's infighting in there. Rook Cast, we got to see some developments with her, of knowing that she's a true believer, but she was seeing like she was kind of starting to question and doubt Maul, thinking that maybe he was kind of losing the plot. Vario, very interesting character, just under Maul's thumb the whole time, but you can definitely tell he's just lying in wait until he can double cross Maul, or thinks he can. He's just doing what he can to survive right now. Spybot is my sweet baby boy. What a maniacal terrorist, terrorizing droid that he is.
And I love that he's crazy. Like, they were like, even in this composition, which I think is so beautiful, and with how this lighting's coming in and everything, they were like, let's line everyone up, but have Spybot up here creeping like he would.
Yes, dude, he's such a creep.
He's doing such a creep.
But like, oh my god, dude! And then our cast of heroes, they're all like such good like storytelling. Oh my god, like And the crazy part is that like 90% of the people in this picture are not making it out of this episode.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get there, which is it's just wild. I wasn't expecting this much loss, I guess, if you will.
Yeah.
But yeah,
props to them.
Going back to Vario too, he's such a little like shit talker.
Yeah.
I love he was like, hey, Lawson, we're on the same team now, huh? He's just always got a little bit of good sass with him.
I just love the Tyler side that that Lawson
But no, it's yeah, it's really interesting. Like we saw a good amount of character like development, and it's
Mhm.
kind of crazy because I feel like they kept it centralized. Like there weren't too many like new characters all coming in all the time.
Yeah.
It was very focused on the story of this two different bands right here of characters, which I don't know. It
It was pretty
kept it
much
interesting and moving forward instead of like maybe going off on like a side quest with like some random person that you meet that could have
yeah.
been somewhat like contributing to the story, but also kind of like, all right, can we get back to the main story?
I think the closest they got to that would have been like, what is it, Rena Sewell and
Yeah.
Dryden were like the
Yeah.
only two kind of characters that were just like, oh, they're just gonna pop in and be the side quest character that's important to the plot. But like all these characters here, I think we see them in the first episode.
Yep.
Like they're all characters that are with us the whole time.
Yeah, which I kind of liked.
Yeah.
That was good. It was
Do you
good.
guys think that Rena made it out?
God,
Or
I don't
we
see how she could have.
I think we talked about this last time. It's like
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
possibly, but like, man, that was one heck of an explosion. She was like
Yeah.
3 feet away from it, and it still pushed like some stormtroopers who were like 30 feet away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if
hard
that
to
was supposed
say.
to be. Yeah, I don't know if they were expecting us to really see that as a very obvious like heroes,
Yeah. But then again,
death.
it's Star Wars. No one dies.
Yeah.
Right.
I
I
will
mean, but then
come
again,
back.
the main character of the show literally got cut in half and thrown down a like a reactor shaft.
Yeah, all of this
Uh,
mall stuff exists now as like a almost an apology tour for like, sorry, we killed him off in the very first appearance. Like we're doing some cool stuff with him now. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but there are two deaths that as we get to them, I did want to talk about, not to go down the whole like, oh yeah, every character comes back sort of thing. It's just like, but there's two instances here that I think there's some wiggle room for. One for a narrative thing, and two for something that like later appearance that I don't think we've quite gotten the full story of. So
How'd you guys feel about the Star Killer moment?
yeah, the Force Unleashed
Dude,
sequence here.
it was perfect,
Yeah.
amazing, no notes.
I also love
Fantastic.
that like I didn't get it in all the screenshots, but he like took out all those speeder bikes, all these
Yeah.
troops, was going at them. Riley
and-
finally picks up a rifle, which was
and he's good with it.
Yeah, Riley finally pulling his weight.
Yeah.
I did think it was adorable that they were like, you know what, we're not going to let him kill anyone. We'll set him to stun
yeah.
because he's a kid. He
Yeah.
can't kill
Love it.
anyone.
But then again, I mean, think of Devin. She's
True.
a kid, and she
She's slicing
slicing.
up people. Slicing up.
Oh yeah,
people.
But yeah,
But yeah,
that's-
man.
I loved that. Just like the boom, and then like the extra effort to get through.
Yeah, I like that because we've seen it before, like slicing Imperial Walker legs in Rebels,
Mhm.
like with Kanan and Ezra and stuff like that,
Looks
and they went through them
real.
like hot knife through butter.
yeah.
I
it
like that
looks
there was like a
real
little
easy.
resistance here that was kind of
Yeah.
cool because it reminded me of actually when like Qui-Gon's trying to get through those blast doors,
Yeah,
which is not like a simple
Yeah.
like whoosh, I can cut this right down. It's like it is solid metal, so it's going to take a little bit of effort.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
thought that
dude.
was cool.
yeah. And then that saber throw to cut it out.
Yeah,
This
so
was
good.
one of many moments that while I was watching it by myself in the basement at 2 a.m., I was just like, oh shit.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I mean, look at this badass right here, and just like he's walking away and just like catches that saber as he's
that's
walking.
why I had to get that. I was just like, that's so oof, so
God.
good.
Cool guys don't look back at explosions.
No. And then I did like this scene where the Inquisitors are off still hunting and they just like look up and
Yes.
notice like the explosions and stuff like that. And I
Yeah.
just want to talk about
Yeah.
how like they really made the Inquisitors not a bunch of idiots,
Yeah, dude.
which was
Mhm.
Capable.
quite
and-
nice. Quite capable, very fearsome, and also just like actually kind of make you scared to be like running for your Jedi life.
Oh yeah,
But I also thought this was interesting because it kind of reminded me a little bit of that sequence in Kenobi where Reva is like off on that rooftop trying to
Yeah.
see where the commotion is. So it was
Right.
similar.
I
there's a cool Inquisitor moment when we get to the acid pool that I really want to bring up.
yes.
Oh yeah.
I think was it Tyler had mentioned like this redeems the Inquisitors, and I was just like, well, I don't think they needed redeeming in terms of like the concept and like the execution of the characters, because it's funny to me where it's like the very original appearance of the Inquisitors. We talked about this, but like Rebels is where they're goofy, like they can get really goofy, and but one of the highest rated episodes of Star Wars animation, other than this, includes the season 2 finale of Rebels on Malachor,
Yeah.
and that's with the infamous helicopter lightsabers.
Oh
where it's
yeah.
there can be
Yeah.
goofy stuff in our Star Wars. It's fine. because other than that, and other
Mhm.
than in Kenobi, where like Fifth Brother's kind of useless and
So useless. I can't stand him.
they should be included. I was rewatching Kenobi, and it's like I still like that show quite a bit. But yeah, is it perfect? Oh God, no. But um, it's like really though, outside of Rebels and then Kenobi, the Inquisitors are serious in
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
They're scary. Like in Jedi Fallen Order, they're scary, man. Like Ninth Sister, she's scary.
Yeah.
Even if they are a little
Second sister is terrifying.
Second Sister's terrifying. And then seeing them in this, and then like Rise of the Red Blade, which I need to finish reading. It's one of those. It's on my started
Dude,
pile.
I just finished
Yeah,
it.
dude,
It's so fucking
Inquisitors are
good.
so good, and in Tales as well. Like there's
Tales are good too.
Yeah.
But like to be
Yeah.
honest, like even in Rebels, like I don't think they're Fifth Brother. I find goofy because he's just
Yeah.
kind of like a big idiot.
Yeah, he's always him and what is it? Seventh Sister. She's always kind of like.
I kind of like Seventh Sister. She's a little bit like goofy, but in this like maniacal kind of creepy way,
Yeah.
which I still find like kind of like off-putting, you know. Even when she like tells Ezra like, "Well, you're like a cute one," he's like, "What?"
Yeah.
She's like
But-
like toying with him, almost like a cat with like a mouse that it doesn't quite want to kill, you know. It's
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna
Ezra looks at her
indulge
like,
in this.
"You been to any islands lately, lady?"
Yeah, even on Malachor when Kanan's like, "I don't go for crazy anymore."
Yeah.
Extra fun because he's literally talking to his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
in real
know.
life.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like the Seventh Sister in the Rise of the Red Blade book is really intense. Like she like that does a lot of really cool stuff for her character and really complements and enhances the way I see her in Rebels.
Yeah.
But I think I said it last time too, but most of the time I think the Fifth Brother comes off as just kind of an idiot. Like, and I think we're
Yeah, he
supposed to see him that way. Like
Yeah.
he's this really ambitious guy who's dead set on like, I'm gonna be the Grand Inquisitor. But
Yeah.
like obviously he's not going to because he's a
There's no
freaking
way,
idiot.
man.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
such an idiot. But when I read the Jedi Battle Scars book, which is not everyone's cup of tea,
Yeah.
but the way they handled, I loved the book, but the way they handled the Fifth Brother in that book going up against Cal Kestis, that's the most serious and terrifying I've ever seen the Fifth Brother. And I think it was awesome for his character to see that, oh, well, yeah, he's an idiot, but he's not always useless,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, and I think that goes to show too, where it's like the same character can be presented in somewhat different ways across different media without it being inauthentic to the character, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Where,
Mhm.
you know, look at Marvel, for example. You could look at characters that show up in like the R-rated Daredevil sort of thing, but then the same characters are also in a serious movie or like serious universes, and they may behave differently. You know, I think Punisher and Spider-Man in the trailer for the new Spider-Man Punisher, it's like, oh, that's silly and goofy. But then,
Yeah.
you know, you watch his show and in Daredevil, and it's just like, well, that's not silly and goofy, but it's still the same character. It's still true to the character. It's still true to the worlds that they live in. It's just a different way that the media that you're watching is framed. You know, it's like,
And
is this fun romp? Is this a serious romp? Is this,
Yeah.
you know?
And that's kind of how I look at like, take for example, like Hondo in Clone
Mhm.
Wars versus Hondo in Rebels.
Yeah.
Definitely way different. And like, who's to say that Hondo didn't like start to lose it a little bit by the time he gets in Rebels, and he's like way more animated and just kind of off the
Yeah.
wall. Which I actually love Hondo Rebels more, I think, than like Hondo in Clone Wars.
He's been hitting the spice a little too hard.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, and then even Chopper's like very crass and kind of like devilish in Rebels, and he's a little bit more toned down in Ahsoka. I mean, who's to say how he gets in Ahsoka season 2? But
Yeah.
I did like this comment though: Spybot versus Chopper. Who do you guys
Yes.
take?
Oh,
Dude,
man.
Spybot doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah. Chopper's a
True,
war criminal. And
he is a war criminal.
Chopper's a little concerning.
Yeah,
It's like,
I take Chopper in
we
this,
gotta
but,
have a
I'm-
talk, man.
but I feel like Spybot would definitely put up a pretty good fight because he has like built-in
yeah.
blasters and stuff like that, and like Chopper does have his like zapper, but it's like
Yeah, I think it'd be tough. It's like, do I want to give Spybot the edge? He's got more tools in his arsenal, but like
he's pretty evil.
Chopper's-
They're both pretty. They're pretty ruthless.
Chopper's crafty. That's the scary
Yeah,
part about
He is
Chopper.
crafty. He's also we don't know much about Spybot and like his past, but Chopper not only is a war criminal, he is like a
Yeah.
veteran too of the Clone Wars. So
Yeah.
he's a little
Also,
rugged.
I will say that I'm not gonna like dig into this comment a little further, but you guys will know what I mean. Chopper has been in altercations many times that involve
True.
Inquisitors.
True.
Yeah.
True.
He's still here.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's still here. He's still here, man.
He's still here. We'll get to that more later.
Yes, same.
Screw that, man.
Dude, yes. And honestly, controversial opinion, I want the Kenobi version.
I lean towards live action myself. as
Yeah,
well.
I want the Kenobi version. Like,
Yeah.
I really need that figure to be a thing
Yeah.
because as I really like how the fifth brother looks, and I just need him in my Inquisitor lineup. So many cool stories that can be told.
You know, speaking of stories to be told, I know with 11th Brother being such a force to be. First, let's get this out of the way. The numbering of the Inquisitors is not like a ranking of how good they are. It's, I think, just literally just the
Yeah.
numbers that are assigned.
Yeah, because
Completely
fifth brother would be at the
arbitrary.
bottom.
Yeah.
An idiot.
Yeah, but 11th Brother being so scary, folks being like, oh, and then Ahsoka just like beats him so quick. Nah. And it's like, no, dude, I think that just shows even more, like that's more of a testament to Ahsoka, like what how she's transcending and her powers growing, like as she's entering her peak
Yeah.
era.
Yeah, I agree with that too. And
center-
like I've seen that debate of like how like Ahsoka could take out like the crow so easy and stuff like that. But it's also like one, Ahsoka went up against Maul, who clearly can go up against these Inquisitors.
Yeah,
And she disarmed him because he was like overly confident.
yeah,
And then by the time we get into like Tail, she's probably just like been reflecting a lot more and like refining some of her skills and stuff like that. And just like
and she
she's
doesn't
even
have
more
lightsabers at the time.
yeah, so she has to self-defend herself. So I'm sure she's like practicing still a little bit on the side because it seems like that's something that she does. So yeah, for her to like disarm the crow, who probably also at that point was like pretty overly confident that he like went at it with Maul and like definitely kick some ass. So I could see her tripping up one of them.
Oh, that's
Also,
the same.
what's up, Peak Obi-Wan? Glad to see you here, man.
Hi, what's up? But it's like Obi-Wan beating Maul ultimately so
Yes.
quickly in what's an quote unquote anticlimactic thing to some folks. Like I get it, whatever. It's not like flashy and exciting, but it's more impactful when things like that happen, where it's just like, it's such a cool way to show that these characters like Ahsoka, like Obi-Wan, that have turned their tragedy, their loss, their hardships into almost this Zen mastery of being able to fully read and synthesize combat information in real time, just like, really divine how they need to move and how they need to act and counter and, disarm and whatnot. It makes them even more powerful. And that's what they talk about. Like, I'll become more powerful than you can possibly be, not through hate, not through rage, not through vengeance, not through flashy tactics, through pure just mastery of the self and of, of the, and balance with the force.
I really like this scene. I love that Marok was grilling the heck out of this. And just like really like, is that what happened? And like, I don't have it here, but like the stormtrooper like takes almost like a little breath of like, whew.
Yeah.
That guy's intimidating, man.
Do you think that he was using psychometry on the stormtrooper to kind of see the scene so he didn't have to just take the trooper's word for it?
Kind of a little bit.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was just also just like, yeah, just like really added a lot more to Marok's like character that we've. Yeah, if anyone ever like thought Marok was like stupid and a fart or whatever the heck, like this show definitely redeemed the heck out of this character.
I still think he was cool in Ahsoka, even though like, and that leads into him being, resurrected through Night Sister magic. Like, the fact that
someone say Night Sister.
Yes. Welcome to Dathomir. But like, I thought he was still cool in that show where he's holding his own against Ahsoka. Again, we've talked about how badass she is, and obviously she's a little out of balance at that point, still struggling with some things. When she fights him first at the shipyards on Corellia, but like he's still badass. He's confidently doing things. He's running missions. He's not just like losing fights left and right.
I'll say I think Marok is my favorite Inquisitor.
He's dope, dude.
Yeah, the show made him freaking pretty cool. Can't lie.
Yeah.
Even
the crow's growing on me though. Like
Crow too.
Yeah, like I keep toggling back and forth. My first like knee-jerk answer was absolutely, oh well, yeah, Marok is like
Yeah.
the coolest one. I don't know, man. The Crow is scary as hell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They used him so well in this show.
Dude, and
think
how
so
they
too.
move like friggin' anime characters.
Dude, yes.
Yeah.
And the screech
Yes.
coming from the Crow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, because they didn't have to say his name at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
And you knew that's why they call him the Crow.
Yeah.
That's
Did-
just good shit right there.
So I want to know more because I think what this show, the timeline's a little fuzzy where it's like some are saying like it's a year after the prequels, and it's like I don't know if that lines up, but if it's like at least a couple years, and then because I feel like Ahsoka was before she faces off with the Crow was probably at least a couple years into her exile. I
Yeah.
want to know more, like watching how 11th Brother and Marok interact with one another, how they work together. It's like, okay, so we've established that like, the Inquisitorius is mostly Jedi that have, turned like, that are corrupted Jedi that are turned into this sort of thing, like Jedi hunters.
Yeah.
Get with the program, you didn't believe in the Jedi, whatever. But I'd like them to dig more into that. We got the glimpses of it in Tales, but I'd like to get more into it. I'd like to know more about, if Marok and the Crow were Jedi, like what were they like as Jedi? Did they know each other? Like, did they work together before? They had like this
Yeah.
really good working relationship where again, Crow didn't have to
Mm.
say anything. Marok didn't have to say much. They just were on it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know more about the Crow.
I would
I
love
mean, it's
that.
not like a character or anything we've seen before either. He's very unique.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd be really
Yeah.
curious to see about that.
One thing I've noticed that I love that they've kept consistent is that I love that the Inquisitors seem to work in pairs.
Yes.
Like
So I was gonna
Marok
say that.
and Crow seem to be a pair. I mean, Seventh Sister and Fifth Brother seem to be a pair.
Mhm.
And then
Riva and the Grand Inquisitor somehow seemed to be a pair.
Second sister and sister.
Second Sister and Ninth Sister, Barriss Offee and Fourth Sister.
that's what I was gonna say, which was interesting because we saw them in Tales. So it was
Iskatakaris and
we saw 11th
Tualan.
Brother and Marok in Tales along with Barriss and the sister, and it was like, okay, did they just automatically become like teams where it was like Marok and Crow were over here and Barriss was over here, and like they just went off and started doing some of their things?
Yeah.
Like, it's
Well,
kind
then
of
there's that element from Tales where the fourth sister, Lynn Rakish, is the one who recruited Barriss Offee.
Yeah.
So it almost begs the question, did Marok or the Crow recruit the other one? Like, were they already kind of under the thumb and did they recruit the other one in? Or were they recruited by a different Inquisitor?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I think there's still so much cool stuff that we don't even know about the Inquisitorius. I would like to see them continue to build it out, not like necessarily rob us of the mystery of some of these characters, but I think just a little more context would go a long way for me of how this functions, how they do stuff. And, because we think it's not that far into the rise of the Empire at this point. And these guys are powerful. They're all over the place. So
it's an interesting theory from Cody that the Crow is actually a past Sith or Darksider that put their life force into that mask.
similar to like in what is it, the book Shadow of the Sith, the mask.
Exim Panshard.
Yes, that the woman wears and it corrupts her, and she gets the scimitar lightsaber, and
or Darth Momin.
Comics. The cursed Sith artifacts and whatever. I think that's
cool.
An interesting thing, but I don't know though, because it doesn't strike me as a very Sith thing.
I feel like it would give him too much
servants.
power.
Yeah.
Palpatine wouldn't allow that much power to be given to someone that's not actually a Sith.
Yeah, no.
Which is why he doesn't want Darth Maul, right? Like not Darth Maul, formerly Darth, not just Maul. He doesn't want Maul running around, not because necessarily Maul is a rival, and Maul's not more powerful than Sidious, but it's just like you can't. That's a liability to have, because the Sith very much is the rule of two: one to have power, one to crave it, and so I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a wild theory, but I'm trying to decide if I should wait until closer to the end of our discussion of these episodes. I think I will.
Yes.
I think I will.
Yeah,
But remind me, I have a wild theory about Devin.
Okay.
Okay.
I do want to say like the what is this, the toxic sludge or whatever that was like basically acidic was kind of
Yes.
fun.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Also immediately reminded me of Ewok Adventure Battle for Endor because like that moat. Yes,
Yes.
that's exactly what I thought about because I was like, we don't normally see stuff like this as acidic, and I was like,
Also,
in that movie.
incredible moment of levity from Two Tubes, or not Two Tubes, Two Boots, and just like, improperly
yeah.
disposed of waste. I'll write a report about this. Oh, never mind. I see that is probably not the most impressing thing right now.
And then I love
And
their
then
face.
all
They're
three
just
of
like,
them.
the F is wrong with you, dude.
Come on.
Yeah. I mean, when
Even Docky
Docky
was kind of like, really?
Yeah, when Docky's like, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know when Docky's going, bro, it's like, yeah, you're kind of you're tripping right here, Two Boots.
I loved seeing Maul actually have moments where he, like, I knew he's definitely not like singing Kumbaya and like
Yeah.
actually on a team with these people. But for a moment, like the storytelling is so good, it actually really made me believe that, like, it almost tricked me into thinking, like,
He actually
against my
cares
better
enough for other
judgment, that
people.
he was actually like genuinely trying to team up with these people.
Yeah.
It's also, I like, because I do think he was teaming up, but just as mentioning how Docky having to, a means to an end. Again, Maul, they all have something to gain by working together. And I think Maul in some of these moments, I think it's super effective to have moments where he's just like just a dude, like, because he's this, incredibly powerful being with this really tortured and tragic story and these incredible rises to power and these almost equally incredible falls into despair and ruin. And to see him, have moments of just being in the moment situationally and reacting to things like a person would further layers that character as just like, this is a fully realized character that not only is larger than life, but that can also exist in just slice of life.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I also love this scene right here with Spybot basically like clowning them and making fun of them for having like a touching moment. So evil and mean.
He's like, bleh.
I'm so evil, I'm going to push you across the scary ass.
But I also like another thing that I think is supposed to make us feel a little on edge is that we've been trained to kind of see Maul as like this like wounded, cornered animal that's just like, don't get near it or you're gonna die. Like everyone that usually gets in the surrounding area of Maul either gets seriously hurt or killed. And then here are these people who are just chilling next to Maul and like, so like not really paying him any mind. They're just like, listen, I don't have time to worry about this guy. I gotta get my son over here. Like Brander Lawson does not care. At this point, no longer gives a crap about Maul.
Like,
he's just like,
so scary, Mr. Devilman.
Spybot brings the little cart over and he doesn't think for 1 second. He's like, move. I gotta get my son over here. And like it Clone Wars Maul, I would see if someone did that to him, my immediate thought would be, oh, they're about to get like sliced and diced. Like you don't step in front of Maul. But like you said, he's just a guy in some of these scenes. Like it's just, we as the audience know, holy shit, that's Darth, that's Maul, formerly Darth, that's Maul. Oh my God. But these people don't care. Like they're just like, he's just some other criminal that's just here. I'm tired of these guys.
And he's not just doing stuff for no reason. He's not like a loose cannon. And I think that's kind of like, Phantom Menace Maul. He's just he's just a weapon to the Sith. Like he's just the young, agile, scary weapon of Darth Sidious to, get things done. He's not there to think. He's not there to be smart or interesting.
He's a weapon of chaos.
Yes, but as he breaks free of those bonds, he becomes this more fully realized character. He is his own person with his own agency, his own wants, needs, desires. And it's like, like you said, if you put me in a room with this version of Darth Maul, I wouldn't think, oh, I'm instantly going to die. I would just be like, I got to tread carefully. But like, he's not just going to like flip out for no reason at me.
For sure.
Whereas if you put me in a room with Phantom Menace Maul, I'd be like, I don't know what's going to happen to me.
I'm not walking out of this room.
Rob, this one's really interesting because he says Rook disappears off screen, no proof of death, and then we've got a question here, like, so is the armor theory out for like her being Rook? And I will say that, so Vanessa Marshall was
Yes,
asked
I'm
like,
so glad
how
you
do you
bring
want
this
your
up.
character to like die? And she basically was like, I want her lungs to be ripped out by Vader.
Yeah.
And if you
Yeah.
like listen, you can hear like once she's like pulled off and like you just hear this like ripping sound, like almost like the Predator like ripping a
Ugh.
spinal cord out.
Yeah.
And then just like her like voice like fades out.
I think her
So,
her
pretty sure
specific
she's dead.
word-
Yeah.
Yeah, I think her specific words were, "I would like Darth Vader to use the Force to rip
Yep.
my lungs out of my mouth."
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Which is
and I'm like,
insane.
how long have you been thinking about this? Because that seems pretty quick and very specific
Yeah.
to
Very specific.
give your answer. Also, sorry for the noise. It's a thunderstorm outside my house right now.
Oh,
So
fun.
Can't
if
even
you
hear
hear
it.
any big booms or anything like that, it's just
It's the Bendu.
it's the Bendu trying to take me out.
I love how many people think like Rook would have been the armor, which was like kind of a fun theory and all. 'cause
Honestly, it's
like,
a really fun. It is a really
Yeah.
fun theory. It would have been really cool if that did pan out, but man, she gone.
I think,
yeah, she gone.
I think she was interesting in the role
What's up,
that she
TVC Mackin?
Mhm.
you know, in the Clone Wars. And to be fair, I don't know much about Rook still. I haven't dived much into her backstory, whatever. I just know of the little that we've seen her in animation. So I never had this attachment to like our expectations of what she should be or what she needed to be. I was just like, oh, this is just like a cool character. Oh, and they're going to flesh her out a little bit in this show, just a little bit. And serving the role that she needs to is kind of like Maul's last connection to his former powers, ruler of Mandalore. So
Yeah. To be fair, though, I don't think there actually is that much existing lore about her. I mean, the little bit we saw of her in Clone Wars Season 7 and what we get of her from the Shadow of Dathomir comic is pretty much it before this show.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's what made the armor theory so credible to a lot of people, is
it's an
because
open book.
she was kind of an open book. There's a whole hell of a lot they could do with her character.
Yeah.
This is a theory. Rook's daughter is the armor. There you go.
Yeah.
Boom. Hey. If it happens, I won't be mad.
Snoke is the armor.
But moving on to the thing that just gets Evan going crazy is lightsaber battles, man.
Oh,
This shit was
man.
Can
good. Oh
I
my
just
God.
say, listen, I ate good with Acolyte lightsaber fights. That was
Yeah, buddy.
But we got the Ahsoka versus Maul lightsaber duel at the end of Clone Wars Season 7, but that was 2020. We got Dooku versus Yaddle in Tales of the Jedi. But there's been and Rebels had plenty of Inquisitor lightsaber fights.
It did.
But there's not been like a whole lot of like lightsaber just action
Going on. Like
Going
going
on.
at it. Yes.
I
I was
mean,
thinking I was thinking that this is like
Yeah.
a really long sequence of
Yeah.
lightsaber interaction,
and
which is pretty freaking cool and impressive.
Yeah, and we've gotten lots of lightsabers versus blasters and other things, some dark saber versus Beskar and fights like that. But and we had the Bad Batch, which was 3 whole
Yeah.
seasons of just like clones, and then Ventress showed up with a lightsaber
Yeah.
for a second in the end.
Yeah.
And then this season, there's just lightsaber fights out the asshole.
Like
and
the amount of blades going on here is just like
Dude.
seizure warning.
And like it just
Yeah.
keeps escalating. The fights are rad, and then it's just like, oh, and then the next fight's rad, and there's just these crazy fights, and then it escalates to these last 2 episodes of just lightsaber
Carnage.
fights.
Lightsaber carnage. That scene right there was like
Yes.
just so good. I was just like, oh my God, man.
Yeah, lightsaber fights and carnage, but like with multiple saber wielding combatants, all just kind of switching through opponents and even at certain points allegiances from some of them.
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude,
So good.
love that. It's so
man,
exciting.
good.
Like I don't know if the moment already happened, but the moment where all the blades lock.
Yeah.
And dude, that was maybe like the most I've ever just like audibly just gone like, oh while watching any of these things, it was bonkers. Like, no way.
And even that, where he tried to like get him when he was like doing his jump, and I was just like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Also, super cool to
good.
see that the feature we have with our figure where the blades pull apart is not
Mhm.
just something that we have to deal with because the blade was too long to fit in the bubble.
Yeah.
It's functional for the story because he
Yeah.
does disconnect his blades
I
and use
was
them dual saber style, and even holds them behind
Yeah.
himself,
Yes.
Like
Star Killer style / Ahsoka style. I mean,
I was gonna say, because I remember when this lightsaber debuted in Clone Wars season 7,
Mhm.
and we never saw him, break it apart. And I was like, well,
Oh.
maybe it doesn't. Maybe, maybe it's not two pieces. So when he finally, after all these years, because that was what 2020, of all these years this lightsabers existed, I was just kind of like, okay, we got the figure where the lightsaber breaks into two, but we never see him use it. So when he finally did it in this episode, I was just like, yep, love
Yeah.
that. Thank you.
yeah.
So
Also, I love the fact that we've never really addressed that.
rest in peace, my
I
boy.
know, rip,
So
my
sad.
baby boy,
Your master.
master.
God,
But
so sad.
the
Sweet
fact
prince.
that the other half of his saber is the original design for Asajj Ventress's yellow saber
Yeah.
from Dark Disciple, and that's never addressed.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're just supposed to, like, if you know, you know, or if there is a story reason for that.
Well, it's the timeline is kind of weird on it, where it's like, how would he have gotten it? I chalk it up to just like they reused a design that they had. Because remember, I mean, Dark Disciple was supposed to be animated, never was, and so I was just wondering if they had started designing some of those assets and they just repurposed a piece, and it looks cool. It's a cool looking design, and they've since given Asajj a different yellow lightsaber that I think they're kind of, it's like Ahsoka's early seasons costume being retconned in Tales of the Jedi, and the Ahsoka season having, she's not in the tube top anymore, even though that
Mhm.
exists in the old animation that we saw.
And apparently Hot Toys.
Oh God, yeah, we don't need to do it.
I will say I want to give some credit to Docky here. This was a sick move. He like grabbed the crow's saber and he was like just locked on, and then he like
that's how
shoulder
Crow
checks
dies
them.
eventually, is like he gets his lightsaber grabbed, and that sounds dirty. He gets,
We know.
yeah.
Spicy Dockies,
So
man.
I thought that was kind of a fun show. Yeah, spicy Docky indeed. A fun foreshadowing in a way.
I did want to make fun
Yeah.
of the Mandalorians here because I was just like, I guess your best guard doesn't work, bro. So
Dude,
there was
you got-
another one that like got shot, and I always find it funny that like Mandalorians in animation can get like blown away, but it's like
Yeah.
you all definitely would have Beskar, so I don't know how you're getting shot.
That's what I'm wondering, is like, okay, so maybe do these guys have like Durasteel armor, like what Din had at the first episode of Mandalorian?
But I would think that these guys who were Clone Wars veterans who came from Mandalore would still
this
have their
looks
armor.
different though. So it's
It
like,
does. It does.
were they stripped of their Beskar? Like, did they?
Or maybe
Did
they
they
just
have to
wanted
sell
them to
it?
die.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I always find it kind of like comical. I'm just like,
Also, I'm noticing more and more. I've been wondering, like, the Crow has been giving me some sort of vibes, like the familiar vibes the whole time that like he's been in the show, and I've been trying to figure it out. But it's Nihilus. I think he's got a very Nihilus vibe to him. Like,
I
the
can see
white
that.
mask under the black like hood and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's very menacing like that. Like, a very cool little nod.
Also, Docky loves a good force push.
He does love a good force push.
He loves a good force push and a good jump and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess his ribs are better.
Yeah.
Also, shout
He's
out,
taking some hits.
Docky and MAUL, man. Didn't know that was the team up I needed, but
I
that was a
know.
hell of a team up. All the
Yeah,
times
for
that they're together, it's wild.
So good.
And that
So
that
good.
stupid anime run, and yet I love it.
I love
Yeah.
it.
But like, I don't know, like, even moments between, like, I love the moments between Docky and MAUL. Like, right there, I was so shocked when he was like, "Go, like,
Yeah.
jump!" Like, and I thought, "Oh, he's gonna nail that guy
Yeah.
as he's going across." Nope, he genuinely was like, "Yeah, no, get out of here, man!" Like,
And
I got it.
I honestly
Which shocked
think-
me.
I think they honestly would have all escaped together were it not for someone showing up and throwing off the plans, because even Maul was just like, what is this? Who are you? What? No, this isn't right. Like,
Yeah.
you're not an Inquisitor.
Speaking of,
Yep.
Such a good
the moment that everyone was like, holy like we knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Poor Rookcast.
There's something in the forest.
man,
There's
she
something
broke
in
her
the forest.
composure after all this time.
I mean, shit, if you see Vader, I think you would too.
Yeah.
And like, you don't even like, this is somebody who's never seen this character even. So that's
Yeah.
even more shock value.
I
Like,
like
even Maul is kind of like,
he's trying to
F?
process what he's looking at.
Do you
Yeah.
think it dawns on him at
Love
any
that.
point in time that this is Anakin
Yes.
fully
Yeah.
realized as the Sith?
100%. And
There's like
because-
there's a period coming up where like they're kind of like Docky's talking about his fears of what he believes this actually is. Like he knows it's a Sith.
Yeah.
And you could just see Maul in the background kind of talking to himself, being like, it can't be, it can't be.
Yeah.
He knows. He knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he's like, it can't be, because, you know, he knows. It's like in Clone Wars season 7, where it's like, yeah, he's never like met Anakin, but
Yeah.
he sets up the Mandalore thing as a trap for Anakin. He wants
Yeah.
to disrupt Palpatine's plan because he knows Anakin is Palpatine's target.
Yep.
He knows that there's this chosen one that Palpatine is, you know, targeting to corrupt and be his next apprentice.
Yeah.
And Maul's like, if I can stop that from happening, I can stop everything.
I
Like-
also really love this like injury that he takes. 'Cause
Yeah.
it reminded me similar to when Din like burned himself with the Darksaber.
Yeah.
Which is like
Mhm.
typically in the past we've seen like sabers like cut people in half and all that stuff. But like you would think it's also just like a hot object that would burn you, like when you're trying
Yeah.
to like boil some hot water downstairs and like, you know, cook pasta or whatever the heck. So I was like really appreciating this kind of like realistic wound, if you will.
yeah.
Yeah. Also, damn guys, every lightsaber in existence is just drawn to Maul's legs.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
everybody's-
I didn't
bro,
even think about that.
bro cannot catch a break. He's been hitting the legs with a lightsaber 5 freaking times in this show, I think,
Yeah.
and at least 3. And then, not to mention, you know, Maul gets his
Oh.
leg cut off by Obi-Wan in Clone Wars. Maul gets his legs both cut off by Obi-Wan in
Yeah.
in episode 1. I mean, poor guy, man.
I know. And I love this. I need
This-
every one of these figures to just have this set up. Like I didn't think
Yep.
this was like the team up of like a photo that I need, but
Yeah.
dude, absolutely.
Yeah, never in my wildest dreams, if you were to go back in time and tell me, hey man, there's going to be like an animated series about Darth Maul, and he's going to be like a bad guy, obviously, but like in a
Yeah.
way where he's going to team up with some Jedi to fight Darth Vader. I'd be like, no, you're high, get out of here, dude.
Yeah, man.
This is so good. And
Team.
just got to point it out, Daki is the only character, the only lightsaber combatant from this whole series that we don't have in TVC.
Yep.
We need him. And
100%.
He's also the only one
can't
that got
believe
to
it.
land a hit on Vader.
yes. It reminded me very much of Empire, where
Yeah.
you know,
Where Luke gets that
Vader-
little hit. And, yeah.
Yeah, Vader wasn't trying to kill Luke that whole time. He wasn't going to. He was messing with him. But the second that Luke gets that little shoulder hit in, within like a few strikes, Vader's like, okay, this is
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then the
tired of
same
this.
thing happens here. Daki gets a hit in, Vader's like, you know what? That's fine. We're good. We don't need to
Yeah.
keep doing this.
And even right here, Maul saves Daki. And it's
Yeah.
just like, dude, how could you be so
Because
cool?
there's no value for Daki to die here for Maul.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
He's like, if
Oh,
Daki
man.
dies here, that's just one less person to
Yeah.
help us kick this guy's ass.
Yeah.
You know?
And it also furthers his credibility for Devon.
Yeah.
You know, because spoiler alert, there's things she doesn't see.
Yeah. Oh, I
She's
love
so
I
kind.
love that too. Just
Yeah.
like
And yet, you know, she's not rejecting the Jedi teaching. She's not rejecting Daki, and I'll get, when we get to it, I'll keep going on that thought. But yeah. It's just so fascinating. I love this trio of characters together. This is
Yeah.
honestly like the coolest shit I have ever seen. Like I
Yeah.
love this.
no, it was like everything we want to see, like in terms of like lightsaber battles and just you know the call to the light and the pull to the dark, like the temptation there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. And then when she gets a chance to dual wield for a second,
Dude, so good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that clip's coming up in a second, and like
Yes.
I just love the animation too there that they choreographed for her when she had those two sabers and just like
I
spin
thought for a
kicks, like,
brief moment when
love it.
Docky threw his lightsaber to Devin, I thought for a brief moment that Maul would pull his apart and give Docky half of his, and we would see
You see
red
Doc with the
saber
red.
Docky
Yeah.
Yeah,
fighting Vader, which would have been wild. But
Yeah.
this is so classic, like master looking out for their Padawan.
Oh, so cool. And she's so rad.
Dude, so good.
dude, she just like
Oh,
pommel checked
Yeah.
Mark in the face, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to the Imperial shuttle, which made a nice little appearance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sure, that made people want a new one.
Imperial Shuttle HasLab confirmed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Honestly, this is gonna sound like a hot take. I'd take that over a Death Star. It's smaller, probably more affordable.
Probably.
I would
I
stand
want both. I want both.
Yeah, both would be great, but
Just think about the
I
space in my
stand a better
house.
chance of being able to get the Imperial Shuttle.
Yeah.
Dude, I also love this a little bit, like this foreshadow. So like Marak almost kicks Docky off a cliff.
Yeah.
And then Docky like catches himself and is like, oh yeah, you're gonna try that. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which, like,
Docky
I don't know
loves a
about
good
you guys,
force
but like
push.
clearly he's not dead. I don't think he died from that. I feel like he'll be back.
That's okay. That was one of the two deaths that's like people are like, oh, he
Yeah.
died. And I think even Sam Witwer made a cheeky joke on Threads or Twitter or something like, oh yeah, Marak was cooler before he died. And it's like, well, okay, I don't think he died here.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think there's still more to Marak's pre Night Sister Magic story.
Yeah.
That
And like
was-
either way, they're probably gonna like try to show that or something.
Yeah.
Also, I do want to call out that the eWeb canon is so much like less impressive in animation for some reason than in
Yeah.
live action.
Yeah.
So much slower. And I'm like, it's so odd because animation usually takes it up a notch or two.
Maybe this is
Yeah.
an early model.
I was thinking about that, but the ones in Rebels too are also kind of slow. And it's like that's not that far off from the
True,
Mando
yeah.
timeline.
God, I love
Maybe
this.
there was a
Oh, man.
last minute update to it that like
Perhaps a software patch.
increases the firing rate.
Dude, I can't believe Vader backhands poor Docky. It's like
Yeah. Oh, and the dual force push from Maul and Docky.
so good.
The
Oh.
fact that Vader didn't have to say a damn thing in this
Yeah.
series,
Here it
not a
comes.
word.
He punched the shit out of poor Docky. And it's like Docky's kind of old, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know that hurt.
Man,
And just the
God.
intensity where it's like, yeah, Vader's not moving fast and flashy with everybody, but just every hit that he lands
Yeah, it's got like
throws
force
every
behind it.
character off balance.
Yeah,
Oof.
that too. Like,
God, that's so cool, man.
this is the part that like just gets me like getting emotional because you know it's coming soon. You could just once this started happening, I was like, oh god, no.
God, the
Yep.
force push toward Vader, I was like, dude, you could have
Dude.
just left. You
Yeah.
And
didn't
then poor
have to force
Docky's just
push
like,
him.
oh, I'm all by myself.
So I love this where there's moments of like Docky. I don't want to say he looks afraid,
Yeah,
and I think that makes him even cooler. Where he's very much in that Obi-Wan class of Jedi where
yeah,
he knows what he's up against. He knows when he's lost, but he doesn't succumb to his fear.
Yep.
Like here, it's not like there's fear. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong.
I mean, it's only natural, but it's like,
Yeah, but it's just like I am I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
yeah.
Whatever may happen, may
Ugh.
happen. And I think his fear is more for Devin.
Yes, because he knows.
Yeah,
Because at this point, he also realized the setup. He sees everything that's happening and unfolding. Like,
he knows what's next for her.
and he also knows that like she is going to take this not well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And given how he's already sensed that like there's been a connection between her and Maul, and then just like all the things, like
Oh, and this moment,
This.
Maul, you shitheel. Like,
I know.
Wouldn't it be nice if you had a lightsaber?
oh, here you go.
Also, I find it odd, like I find it odd that he's giving her his lightsaber, like the
Yeah.
episode 1 lightsaber, and not the new one that he made. Like,
Yeah,
but also, can we talk about what a little bitch the Crow is in this moment? He gets a little
Yeah.
nick on the knee. He's like, fuck. You know, like,
Well, he's like, maybe he can sense Vader's down there. He's like, all right, well, Vader's the one who really wants to take the
It's like,
kills.
boss, they
Yeah.
got me. And
Also-
he like runs away.
Maul and now both Maul and Obi-Wan Kenobi have thrown a bunch of rocks at Vader, and it's an effective
Vader's
strategy.
Vader's getting rocked.
God,
Yeah, he's getting rocked.
that animation is so good. That
So good.
Yeah.
and what is it? Gideon Adlin, her performance as Devin is just.
Yeah.
Just phenomenal.
I love this
Phenomenal.
character. I love this character.
When she
Dude.
turns around to Maul and she's just baring her teeth like a
Yeah.
feral animal. Oh my god. I was just like, dude, like
Yeah.
her turn like is wild, because it's not like it's been such a slow burn, and then there was just like this one moment that just broke her. And I don't know, man. I don't know, like, going forward, like, are we gonna see her be a little more like introspective about it, or is she just gonna be so lost in the sauce, like so lost in her anger, her hatred toward Vader? Like, what is she gonna be like going forward?
Yeah.
A lot of rage. I mean, she has
Yeah.
quite the rage going on. Understandably so. Shout out to Docky though. We just got to pour
Dude.
one out for poor Docky. He went out well. He went out
He
well.
did.
So
Went out like a badass.
And if you're gonna get killed by somebody, it's very respectable to be killed by Vader.
oh, absolutely.
Especially after lasting this long in a fight with him and landing a hit on him.
Yeah.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah, like being enough of an inconvenience to Vader that he gets a little pissy at you.
I will say that this scene coming up where Vader just like really unleashes that rage right there just reminded me a lot too of when Luke started to like give into his rage and just like take out Vader. And I was just like, okay, yes, I love all this.
I think too. So, okay, this is, bear with me. Here's a thought. This is kind of stream of consciousness. Devin and Obi-Wan and the Phantom Menace. There's kind of like this intersection in their journey where you think of what happened. Maul kills Obi-Wan's master. Maul kills Devin's master indirectly, but shoving him into Vader is murdering him.
Set him up. Yeah.
And Devin doesn't see Maul do this. Obi-Wan sees Maul do that to Qui-Gon. Obi-Wan reacts just the way Devin did. The instantly just like feed into that dark impulse, that rage, that desire for vengeance. Obi-Wan kind of gets his vengeance by killing, quote unquote, Maul in that moment, but he doesn't succumb to the darkness because he also is now responsible for Anakin Skywalker, and he knows the weight and the promises that he's made.
Yeah.
With Devin, she feels that same rage, that impulse, giving into it, but she's denied her instant gratification of revenge, or likely she would die doing it. But if, fighting for it in that moment. And she then is spent seeking it, and it's also because of Anakin Skywalker. She's not responsible for him, but she seeks revenge for, against him. Darth Vader, obviously, different characters if you want to.
Yeah.
I just think it's interesting to kind of look down these roads not traveled, these different paths, these what ifs for all of these characters and all the circumstances. And there's so many, as George would say, it's like poetry. It rhymes with, the Master, the Apprentice, Maul, Anakin / Vader's story going through these things. It's just, I love it, man. I'm sorry for ranting if none of that made any sense.
Dude,
It did, and it was
Yeah.
it was lovely because honestly, this show really captured a lot of that. Just that vibe. It was great.
It just throws
I
the
do love this.
destruction of Vader and what Palpatine has truly done by corrupting Anakin Skywalker, these lives.
Yeah, so many lives.
Yeah, that he's ruined.
Fucking Palpatine. Daki's last words though, with all state you can save.
And to see the
Amazing.
comment, I'm not saying that Devin is all about vengeance and rage. And I don't think I don't even think she has a full rejection of the Jedi ways that she knows, because she's not going to be trained to be a Sith. Maul's not a Sith. I don't think it's a full stop rejection. I think there's a lot that she's learned and what Docky tried to teach her that is still relevant to her, that will matter to her, that still informed the kind of person she is, even as she travels a dark road.
Yeah. It'll be
So-
really interesting to see like her progression into like hatred and fear and just like totally taking on the dark side.
Yeah.
But I'm also really curious to see like not only like the training that she will get from Maul, because this will be the first time that we're seeing Maul in a true like master and apprentice role, where like the only other glimpse we got of that is him trying to like kind of like get with Ezra.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be really interesting to see. But I'm also very curious how it may dissolve as well,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Maul is going to definitely go on his own way later, that we see like in Rebels and Solo, where it seems like Devin's not really involved anymore.
Yeah.
And she's kind of go out on her own completely. And maybe this even like maybe she just like becomes so unhinged, and like the anger and the hatred and that resentment towards like Vader and just like seeking revenge will even make her want to find her own like apprentice or something like that. You
Yeah.
know,
This would be the perfect time for my wild Devin theory.
Yeah. Go for it.
go for it, dude.
Now,
Does it involve Grogu? Does she take Grogu?
she's actually Grogu's sister.
Oh,
Does it involve her getting older and then taking off all her clothes, putting on some straps and tattoos, and making all the Gooners happy?
No, but you know, sorry, fake fan here. No, I noticed and now some of this would require maybe some light retconning and stuff like that, but that's a lot more common in like the publishing side of things than it is in the shows.
Mhm.
We know during the War of the Bounty Hunters era that the Knights of Ren work very closely with Crimson Dawn because they know each other, they have a working relationship with each other. At this time, Kira is head of Crimson Dawn. That leadership, I'm sure, passed down to her from Maul, whether she took it by force from him, swindled him out of it, or if he gave it up willingly. I don't know. But in the War of the Bounty Hunters, we see that one of the Knights of Ren is a Twi'lek. We do not know if this Twi'lek is male or female. They don't wield a lightsaber, but all of the Knights of Ren are force sensitive to a degree. I feel like there's not a whole lot of work that would need to be done, like as far as retconning goes,
Yeah.
to change that and be like, yeah, I mean, Devin eventually kind of double crosses Maul. She helps Kira take over control of Crimson Dawn from Maul, and then she joins the Knights of Ren.
interesting.
Like, I don't know. I just feel like there's ways that they could work her into the story. You know, the Knights of Ren like are a really cool thing that I'm very fascinated by, that were totally underused
Absolutely.
in the sequel trilogy. But
Like not
there's
even all used.
Yeah.
not even all
Let's be
used.
real.
Yeah.
Not even used, you know.
Yeah.
More, but like seeing them in the War of the Bounty Hunters comics, and knowing what we know about the intention that Leslie Hetland had for Chimere to go in the Acolyte and eventually leave the Sith and join and start the Knights of Ren, which leads me to believe that maybe his actual name is Ren.
Yeah.
Like it just, I feel like there's a lot of Knights of Ren lore that could really be beautifully woven into the ongoing narrative across the timeline of Star Wars. And it would only require just a little tweak here, a little tweak there. It'd be really cool. Maybe at some point in time, Devin was Ren of the Knights of Ren before Ren, the gray-haired one, takes over. But they're also, I don't know. I feel like it's something that could happen. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Well, similarly, if I may also dive into publishing,
Real quick before we go to this,
You
comment's
are not
amazing.
good.
Oh,
that's so
my
good.
God. The Allstate puns are killing me.
God, we need someone needs to get a hold of Dennis Haysbert to record some lines, and say some of these memes.
He's dying, and he goes,
Yeah.
Devin, what's in? No, that's Capital One. Never mind.
Yeah.
What's in your wallet? No.
But similar, Finn, with the publishing stuff, the whole, oh, she's Darth Talon thing. It's like, I think I said on this very show, last week or the week before, will she become Darth Talon? Not in the way that I think people are, theorizing or expecting of being a one for one redo. I think because that character, admittedly, while I love the Legacy comics, Darth Talon in Legends is also not much of a character. She's just kind of there. She's a tool. She's like a Darth Maul in episode 1 sort of thing, to look cool and do a couple things, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But I'm almost wondering. So in the Legacy comics, you had Asherad Het is, spoiler alert for a 20-year-old comic book, Darth Krayt. He becomes Darth Krayt, the leader of the one Sith is what they call themselves, where there's tons of Sith, as opposed like there's only one Sith. There's no rule of two. We're all one. We all have power, sort of thing. And he goes to the out, like he learns of like the Sith ways. He's captured during like the Dark Times by a Yuuzhan Vong, expeditionary force, tortured, all that fun stuff. So it's adjacent to the original trilogy and afterwards, but he's off beyond, like, not in the story. And the whole Sith rejecting Palpatine, like the Bainite lineage of the Sith, being like, Palpatine bastardized the Sith and weakened them by only bringing us down to 2 members. And, then his hubris led to the Sith being eradicated completely. Like, we won't do that. So I'm almost wondering if, Devin could go down a similar journey of, if she surprises Maul, the reason she's not with Maul later is Maul is just like, the shame and regret, where he promises, the memory version of himself, like, I won't let Sidious hurt anyone the way he hurt me. And then he does that same thing. He passes on that cycle of violence onto Devin. And
interesting. Yeah, I was thinking about that already.
Yeah. And then so like, what if though, then she's like, you know what? You're not going hard enough. And you've rejected the Sith. You've renounced the Darth title. I'm bringing it back. And like, going on beyond to go on an odyssey to learn different things and to start up like, a new Sith. And then that could be a thing that comes back, say, bing, bang, boom, 30 some years later, of the return of the Sith. Not the return of Palpatine and the Sith Eternal, but like a new form of Sith has risen from the ashes and has found the galaxy destabilized and in a power vacuum where the Jedi are mostly gone and the Sith have been finally Palpatine's Sith have been stamped out. Now is when we make our stand. Like, here's where we come in and we can seize power, which is again the premise of the Legacy comics.
Yeah.
So,
which could be really interesting because it's still like forged from Palpatine Sith things. Because it's so interesting.
Originates from Maul. Yeah. So I think there's tons of storytelling potential. Yeah. I'm excited to see where they go with it, regardless of whatever happens with it. It's just like kind of thinking of the knowledge that of these old stories, and as they kind of fold in bits and pieces from Legends, it's like, ooh, how does it connect? Like, how can they do that? So, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Happy Legacy.
You're good. No. I like you.
I like it. You're cooking, man.
I mean, plus, I mean, by the time of the sequel era, I mean, she would just kind of doing some very, very guesstimating math. She would probably be the only. She'd probably only be like 70 years old.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know how long lived the Twi'lek species is in canon, but
I'm good if they don't do life extending on every species in canon, but but it's like, similar, like Asherad, his life was unnaturally extended through like Sith stasis and stuff like that they did, and dark science, secrets only the Sith know.
What wouldn't it be such a funny thing if they brought that little nod back and ended up making it the coolest shit you've ever seen? Like, with Devin, and then people are like, dark science and like the secrets only the Sith knew. Like, of course that's the reason. I'm like, you thought that was total bullshit. Like, 6 years ago, man. Like,
well, to be fair, they kind of like brought Palpatine back. Like,
no getting around it. It was
it made it even worse.
It was poorly
done. Made it even worse.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Of all the times Palpatine has brought back canon, Legends, you name it, it's always left something to be desired. I'll just say that much. So
it's true.
Yeah.
He's never been really Palpatine's not exactly a comeback king.
Yeah.
No.
But I do
No.
think though that there's a lot of cool stuff that they could do with that, where it's like that could be why maybe a new Sith didn't come back while they knew Palpatine was amassing power again through that 30-year dead time in between Return of the Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, like the First Order. They knew what was happening, so they're like, we're going to steer clear, and then once the dust settles on this, then will be our time to come in. We won't
Yep.
let a new Jedi Order take hold in the galaxy and all that.
And like, I don't like what's stopping them from. I'm totally fine with the whole the Sith is actually done, gone.
Yeah.
Like with Palpatine being killed in Rise of Skywalker, but like that doesn't mean that dark side Force users are not still gonna happen, exist
Yeah.
from time to time. I'm not fully convinced that Mia Goth or Matt Smith are not Darksiders in some way, shape, or form
Yeah.
in this movie.
That's one of the only things we know about Starfighters, that there's a lightsaber fight, and my ears perked up on that one. It was just like, all right, I'm in. Ticket sold. Let's do this.
Yeah, so like I would love to see like maybe a new order
Yeah.
of Darksiders, or
Yeah.
maybe like warring factions of Darksiders, like
Yeah.
competing for power, trying to become
Yeah.
as powerful and as long lasting as the Sith Order was.
It's like the light side doesn't belong to the Jedi. The Force doesn't belong to the Jedi. The dark side doesn't belong to the Sith. The Force doesn't belong to the Sith. And who's to say that, everybody's so focused on things like New Jedi Order and, you become something different, but still label it Jedi. Like, Rey's New Jedi Order is not the Jedi Order of old. Luke's Jedi Order was not the Jedi Order of old. It fell apart because he was trying to make it that way in canon. And, it's like these things evolve. So what's to say that even though there's something that may not be like the Sith as we knew them, if there was a new dark side group that was just like, hey, all these different pockets and different tribes that have ancient knowledge of the dark side, and, they can trace back their origins to similar things of the original Sith, why not them also like try to lay claim to the title of Sith or label what they have as a Sith Order? So
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, oh God, sorry. Woof.
No, you're good. You're good. Before we move on, even like, how do you guys feel about Lawson? Do you think he's out for sure?
Nah.
That's the thing. That's the important part, is he's the only one who saw, and they made a point to show it, that he saw Maul push Daki.
True.
But I don't need him to be alive for that. I just think it's an interesting thing that they focused on. I think the way he went out is really cool.
Yeah. Sad at the same time too. I was just like,
incredibly sad. Like, like I love your son,
man.
And going like, yeah, dude, it's
so many of these characters had really rich stories and really emotional. Like you were like invested in each one of them.
Yeah.
Which was really, really nice.
Yeah, I definitely think that they purposely left Lawson's death ambiguous by having him just walk into the fog. So that way, if they decide going forward that they don't want to do anything with the story, that's still a beautiful, and heroic death that we're just supposed to we're supposed to just read the room. He's dead, But it also gives them some wiggle room if they want to be like, he just got taken as an Imperial prisoner, and then that makes a complicated thing where maybe they can bring him in, and his wife works for the Empire.
Yeah.
Maybe somewhere down the line that becomes a complication. Where does his wife reject her son and Two Boots for her loyalty to the Empire, or does that cause a conflict in her where she's now maybe seeing what the Empire truly is, and she's going to step out, and maybe their whole family has a chance to maybe rescue Brander later on.
Yeah.
I mean, and he'll definitely he'll have taken a toll for sure, because they will have tortured the hell out of him. But
yeah, that's kind of interesting, because I haven't even thought about like the thought of bringing back like the wife character and potentially like the ties to the Empire there and stuff like that, if Lawson isn't dead, and just like how that could be kind of an interesting part of the story later. But yeah, nice.
Oh yeah, I mean, because that's Two Boots' mission now. Like Two Boots' last request from Brander was get him to his mother.
Yep.
So surely she's going to be involved. Like, I don't think they're just going to drop the Lawson B plot over here.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason why they kept those characters in this ensemble and escaped with Dryden Voss, because somewhere, somehow, they're going to pop back up, and that storyline is going to continue being important. So I definitely think that there's a chance that even if Lawson is not coming back, if they did intend for that to be like his last stand, I definitely think that the mom is going to come into the equation, and there's going to be some really rich tension because of all of this. She is in a dilemma.
This is a really interesting theory from Nicholas. Like, Rena survives and saves Lawson from the Empire, just like she's saved his life before. I doubt Riley will be safe with his mother. She's probably in custody now due to her connection to the terrorists. That's also something I was kind of thinking about. Like, she could get like kind of just demoted because of her ties to like literally these terrorists. And like,
dude, I didn't even think about Rena coming out of nowhere and saving Lawson. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
No body, no death.
Yeah, this will be also interesting too if like this theory is that like he comes back and tries to kind of sway Devin, because it'd be interesting too, just because like now, like there was that little small connection he had with Docky where he's like, I worked with the Jedi before, and like he's a Jedi sympathizer, if you will, in this time of the Empire.
Yeah.
So it could be interesting for him to, I guess, kind of want to pay some respect to Docky, who, while he brought him some trouble with all this Empire heat, he did also kind of like help towards the goal of getting him off planet.
Yeah.
I mean, for God's sakes, the man is his uncle.
Yeah.
True. Teodaki over there.
Yeah. It's like, thank you for saving my son, but Devin, what's happened to you? What look at what you've done. Like, was this what your master? How could you trust Maul after what he did to your master? Like, and she's like, what are you talking about? She's already a character with so much doubt. Like, who's to say that I don't think she's going to have a hunky-dory relationship with Maul, even though she's ready to learn.
This comment,
tempestuous at best.
Yeah.
We need all the figures because you need them all to tell this story and world building.
100%.
100%. And with that, I did want to look at some of these concepts that we've looked at a week or so ago, which were amazing.
Still got them.
Got this one, which is nice. We haven't seen the card yet, so I will be curious to see what they did with that. This one you did is obviously like perfect, and they should just use those, to be honest. Let's be real. But speaking of our boy Lawson, definitely want that figure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's become a really, really like incredible character that I've thoroughly enjoyed. So I do hope that we eventually get Brander Lawson in TVC. That'd be great.
I feel like he's one we're gonna have to rally for.
Absolutely.
Like at best, I feel like we might get Docky. We might have to like push for Docky. But if we were to get one more figure from this, which would be smart of them, just so we have like the main, bad guys and like pretty much the main two Jedi good guys, I think that would be a decent start.
Yeah.
But something like this, I feel like we'd have to like kind of push for a little bit more.
Yeah.
Also, the lowest of hanging fruit. Please put out a Vader on a Maul Shadow Lord card.
I just wanted to. I've had this on my desk next to me the whole time. I love that we already have Vader, but this Dark Times Vader, just sweet Lord Maul card it, like so good. Or do a 2. Oh my God, guys, this is how we can get our updated Maul with the hips and the boots. Is just pack him in with a Vader and make a dual pack.
True.
Oh, I didn't even.
And
think
then
about
both
this
figures
minute.
could help cost out the tooling for literally the boots and the cloak.
I would even love more with that if they wanted to really dive into the repack, get as much money for your like tooling investment is.
Yeah.
So they do that dual pack with a Vader and a retooled Maul with proper hips and the boots, but one part of the upper thigh is tooled to have like that battle damage.
Yeah.
So it specifically is like a dual pack, kind of like we got the battle damage Vader with Kenobi.
Yeah.
Then
or the battle damaged Anakin with Asajj Ventress.
Yeah, exactly. And then you just release the Maul without the battle damage and maybe the cloak like in a 4-pack or something like that we're gonna like take a look at in a second. But
absolutely,
that could be a smart way to get as much money for your tooling investment and get us
I love how
Interesting
we get the
stuff.
juices going on like thinking of how to do
Oh,
these
yeah.
things. What has Hasbro done to us?
Ah, got us out here thinking for them. And then Two
So they don't
Boots.
have to think for themselves.
Yeah.
It's true. Two Boots, I feel like he's definitely a fan favorite. So, and like, it seems like they like making droids, which I talked about, I think, on some of the first streams. Like,
Yeah.
droids seem like something you don't have to push them too hard for. It's almost like a passion project or something that they enjoy doing. So yeah, I feel like Two Boots we wouldn't have to rally too much around. But
Yeah.
Lawson, I feel like we'd have to like push more for.
I
think
need
so.
Brander Lawson and Cassian Andor to somehow be friends.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows, man? Who knows?
Yeah.
Dude, this card is sick. When you sent this one with that image, I was just like, damn, that is some fire shit right there.
Eco
I just love
Diodaki needs to. That's back in the day. LucasArts games would have made an Eco Diodaki video game, and that's exactly what the cover would have looked like.
It's amazing.
I need him to have like a comic run or something.
I made that first one with like the head-on image first, and then I found this image. Never mind the clone stamp artifacts that I forgot to polish up before I threw this out there real quick earlier today. But I just had so much fun with this. It's like, I think, and I've been very encouraged seeing it where it's like, obviously I want the lightsaber wielding figures, whatever. There's also books that like the alien characters, and he's an alien Jedi. That's rad.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, Daki wasn't necessarily the top of everybody's want list. Everybody's like Lawson, Two Boots, this. And Daki's cool, but like after these final episodes and just like what happened in the fights and what Daki, like the character Daki is after all the time we spent with him, I've seen a lot of folks mention just like Daki is the top one. Daki is the non-negotiable. Daki is the one that's just so awesome. Like,
dude, Daki's.
I feel weird that I was kind of finally I'm having a moment where, oh yeah, me and some of the sections of the community do actually kind of overlap in what we want. I'm not crazy.
Dude,
So,
I love that deep green that you used.
Yeah, I like that too.
Because they use a lot of that light green. God, every single Rogue One figure.
Yeah.
With the exception of Baze and Bodhi. But I love that deep green with that card back. God, it's beautiful, man. Great job.
It's not to go by those real quick, but shout out to the Dakis.
Yes.
Yeah, Teodaki.
But also, one thing you cannot deny about Daki is that he's also kind of a spicy Daki.
Oh God. Oh God.
Everybody wants some spicy Daki, man.
Man, okay. No. Now tell me the next slide is the image of all the kissing that I sent you guys in the chat.
Sadly not. This is the last image.
No. Please make official stickers.
Yes.
Spicy Daki.
I need that.
Oh God. It can never be unseen.
I'm just going to keep sending this to the Hasbro brand team until we get this figure.
Like,
so if you want this to stop being in your inbox, please make me a vintage collection Daki figure.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You'll be hearing from our lawyers.
Yeah. Talking about terrorism over here.
Oh God.
So good.
Yeah.
Not as good as this card, but still pretty good.
We need Daki.
Right there. That is perfect. It's so cool that they will never do it. But imagine walking onto the toy aisle as a kid who loves Star Wars and fucking loves saber wielders and things like that. Imagine seeing that card back. You don't even have to know who this guy is. And you go, ooh.
Yeah. That's as I was designing it, I was just like, okay, I know traditionally we like to have more of the figure, more of the character on the film outs, but I was like, oh man, this image is too cool, man.
And like, for some people who might necessarily not like have watched the show or like really care for cartoons or whatever the heck, it's like, even if you were like a carded collector, I don't think you could be like, that card isn't boss.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate the kind words on that. I had a blast throwing those together earlier today when I was waiting for the celebration queue to load. So,
oh yeah. And then of course we have this rad image from Finn, which we looked at last week. But
I absolutely love collaborating on like concept images and things with Greedo Collection, because the dude never puts out filler all killer all the time.
Yeah.
Like, dude, he's so
This
good
is just so good.
at
Yeah.
his concept images. It always even when he sends them to me, I know they're concepts, but I just get this little thrill in my stomach.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I know it's not real, but my God, if it was.
I can't remember who I saw it on today, but somebody already like made like a custom Icarus figure. And the thing that stood out from me is that they used Chimere's upper body.
Okay.
And the belt piece, and his leg, or like his barbell. I don't know exactly whose legs they looked.
Oh, I bet
Actually,
it's Book of Boba Fett Luke.
No, it was actually the Book of Boba Fett Tuskens with the black legs and like ball jointed, or what are they? Rocker ankles.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So use
but
one
those
of
are
those.
those Kenobi legs.
Yeah, they're the Kenobi legs, so they're not great. But like,
The Book
I
of
was like,
Boba Fett
honestly,
Luke
the upper
legs.
body, like, that's not bad. I don't know whose arms they used. I feel like they used one of the older Maul figures from back in the day that have like the bare arms and like made it work on Chimera for some reason. But yeah, I was like, okay, there's some stuff that could be done here where like if Hasbro wanted to use part of the Stranger to give us Icarus, I would not be opposed to that. That could be pretty cool.
How much, and I think we've talked about this before, so we can, apologies if I'm just not remembering.
You're good, dude.
Rook, is she all new? Would she have to be all new? She doesn't have any similar armor pieces to any
yeah, you could maybe use her hands and her feet.
Okay.
But that's pretty much it. Very minimal reuse available.
Yeah, I feel like
unless you want it to be just glaringly incorrect.
Which we do not.
Yeah.
I mean, I do not.
Maybe the hands and gauntlets, perhaps.
Perhaps the gauntlets, yeah. So like you might be able to get like an upper arm and hands situation and maybe some feet.
Yeah.
Upon further inspection, I used to think that you could do like the knees down because she has similar armor to Bo-Katan.
Yeah.
But I think that there's actually designs like
there's like textured
her shins.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't work unless you again just want it to be.
But we kind of talked about this on like a previous stream that if Hasbro wanted to get the most out of their investment for like a Rook cast, easy repaint right here, that you could just repaint it as a couple Mandalorian female loyalist. You could do it as actual like Death Watch, like in the blue, like prior to Maul taking over Mandalore. Like there's a lot of repaint, repack, reuse.
Also a comics color version of her because she's in Son of Dathomir. Her armor is more like bright crimson red.
Yeah.
And she's got the gold visor the same way that
Gar
Saxon does. Yes, and her helmet's different, so she'd need a new helmet, but that's it. The rest of her armor is exactly the same.
And actually, like, would have to look into it a little bit, but I'm not sure. Like her comma and like that particular piece could maybe be similar to Ursa Wren from Rebels, like in that version.
Ooh, it might be.
And like maybe you could get away with like the lower legs, even though they have like that intricate like design or like texture on the shin armor. But like I would look past it for someone like Ursa Wren, I guess.
Yeah, someone like Ursa Wren, I'd be like, I'm just glad she's here.
Never
that's on my radar. I was like,
I love Ursa Wren as a character in general. I thought she was like kind of like mysterious and interesting in like Clone Wars, and then when she actually got like more of a like prominent role as Sabine's mother in Rebels, I thought that was cool. But yeah, she's kind of like a deep cut one for like, casual. So it could be an easy way to just repaint a female Mandalorian. But yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the main thing out of here is like, it'd be nice to get Maul with that cloak. I know we didn't like the boots weren't like a priority yet or like something that we had known about, but like retool the legs in here to get them proper with the boots instead of the just straight up robotic legs.
Yeah,
that would be cool. And also, I think we were talking about it last stream. Like, let's put a forced push hand in there too, Hasbro, because like
absolutely, especially because we get those moments in the duel where they both do the thing where they stop the lightsabers with their hands.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they force push Vader several times.
Oh,
there's a lot of force pushing going on in this show, man. This set
I
is.
love the Night Brothers,
rad.
but I just know that it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know.
I want so badly for that to be a fun surprise, but we always get burned on the Night Brothers.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
thus far.
True. I think the more tooling that begins to exist, and we're seeing it, where the
We
more
are.
tooling that exists in the line, the more creative they can get, and the more variety they can make with reuse. So yeah, I wouldn't give up hope quite yet. I think for me, obviously, the priority is like Daki and TK Troopers and Lawson,
Yeah.
and then the rest from there is really just great supplementary world building of stuff we need. Don't get me wrong, I want
Oh,
it so bad. Oh, cursed.
Oh no.
It's gonna be in your inbox till it happens. Oh,
Oh man, dude.
Man, Brandon didn't tune into this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
lucky him.
If he had popped in right at that moment, he'd be like, all right, I'm out. All right, see it.
That'd be sad. Everyone should enjoy the spicy Daki, man. Like, come on.
Oh god.
But yeah, figures we want
Mhm.
and figures we have.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
we've talked about this. These are the main ones that we have. And then we do have one that's finally been announced, which is nice. We haven't had any more announcements, which kind of a little bit disappointing, but you never know. The month's not over. So I guess we'll see.
Right.
But given with these being figures that we have, I did want to do a small giveaway because it's been cool to be talking about MAUL and just be excited about a new show and also have these figures in hand. They personally have brought me a lot of joy and excitement. And as you guys know, I've been taking a ton of photos. It's been a good time.
Yeah.
I love
Banger photos. They're incredible.
Dude,
I just love being able to have things to interact with while a show is on. I think that's really, really awesome. So I did want to give away some Shadow Lord figures. So I'm going to be giving away these two because they have been quite exceptional in the show. And I feel like they've been pretty badass and their characters have kind of been like, you know, a little redeemed, if you will. So chat, how do you get these figures? First person to put in the chat the correct answer to this question. Name the episode where Marok makes his first appearance and the episode where the Crow makes his first appearance. And you will get these figures.
Now,
completely unrelated. I'm going to type something real quick.
Yeah, right. Do you mean first appearance in MAUL Shadow Lord or
Yes.
first appearance in
First
general?
appearance in MAUL Shadow Lord. The
Okay.
names
That would have
of
been
the
a really
episodes.
fun technicality to catch everyone on.
Yeah.
Be like,
Go.
Ahsoka episode 1.
Now that it's kind of like you really got to have been paying attention if you know this right off the bat.
All
Which
right,
I'd be
I got
pretty
my
impressed
eyes.
if somebody already like knew that one. So
I got my eyes on chat.
everyone's like going back, gonna like scroll through and be like, shit. I will tell you that the first one's actually pretty easy. Like the first episode.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going for episode titles,
Yes, episode title.
not just episode 1.
Yeah, not one.
Everyone just scrolling through their Disney Plus right now. Ah!
And where did Maul make his first appearance?
Okay,
Yeah.
we got some numbers in the chat.
Numbers. I want the name of the episode.
Okay, yeah. So if you're in the chat, if you're on chat putting the episode numbers in, go back through and make sure you know what the title of the episode is.
Yes. You want
Put
the
it
title
in-
of the episode.
put it in
What
there
is it
together.
called?
Yeah.
This is fun. I thought this one would be a little bit challenging, but a
Oh,
fun one.
dude, and absolute banger figures to give
Yeah.
away too.
That's
Yeah, man.
badass.
Oh, okay. We have an
Nice.
answer.
You have an answer, and you are correct because that is the correct answer. Inquisition and Call to Oblivion. So,
Heck yeah.
round of applause, man. Let's
All
get
right,
that up.
True Art _1. Good
Yeah,
job.
man. So I will get these figures shipped out to you. You can reach out to me on Instagram if you have that, or you can email me at Toys of the Way Collecting, and you will get it.
Oh man,
That's so
awesome.
kind of you, man. That's awesome.
I do love the. Someone definitely went with the Master and Apprentice Marok for Ahsoka episode
Yeah.
1. I was like, I knew someone was going to be like,
Yeah. It was
wait
sci-fi.
1 second. You said their first episode.
Yeah. I actually just got a shipping notice from Hasbro Pulse for 11th Brother. I had an extra one ordered from there that I was like, I could cancel. I already have a couple, but then I was like, nope, I would like another one, so I'm not gonna cancel that order. I'll just let it ride.
Speaking of shipping notices, I know I told you guys about this before stream, but I do want to give a quick shout out to my really good friend Radis Forstad, or Joel. He hooked me up because he's an absolute G. I have one of the Jedi that I've been comparing Daki to this whole time is Su Choi from the comics, and they made a really awesome figure of him back in the day that I never got, and I've always wanted, and like it's just never really worked out to get him. Timing was never right, and dude hooked me up hardcore and sent me Su Choi in the mail because he is such a bro. He's a great guy and a really good friend, and I'm very, very stoked to have this. So Joel, if you're watching, dude, thank you so much. He also sent me a really awesome Boltar Swan figure. So I've got these guys in my Maul Shadow Lord setup as my stand-ins for Daki and Devin right now until we get those figures. But yeah, man.
Love it.
I'm so hyped about this show. Like this show has, I think it's exactly what we needed right now. I think the fandom, like Andor was a show that I think brought a lot of people together in the fandom because it was so universally loved. And I think it brought a lot of people into the fandom because it was so universally loved. But also like it kind of divided because people were like, and it'll happen with Maul as well. People like to use shows as fuel to like say that
Something
the
else
other
was
things
bad.
that you like, the other shows that exist are bad.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of crappy,
It's
but
counterproductive.
But like, I do think that this show has brought a lot of people together, unifying them in the expression that this show is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
It's just a damn near perfect show.
I find it
And
hard,
that's hard to
hate
do.
on this show.
Yeah.
Like, and I've seen there's some people who are like, oh, Maul's been like kind of taken down a notch. He was getting beat up by Inquisitors. Like Maul could have been stronger or whatever the heck. But like overall, I think people for the most part have really enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
It's checked a lot of boxes for people in a good way.
I think you'd have to work really hard and jump through a lot of hoops to try and say like to talk shit about this show. Like it's
the saber battles weren't that good.
Yeah, like,
Get out of here.
Devin's too overpowered. Like whatever, dude.
I don't.
She's not.
I don't love when people boil things down to like power scaling arguments and stuff. It's just like
same.
Yeah, one of the most inconsistent measuring metrics in all of Star Wars, power scale, because it's subjective.
Yeah,
it's subjective, and it's like basically like I don't know. People have like an idea of like when it comes to power levels, when even like you think about like Star Killer, it's just like, dude, Star Killer is like way too strong.
Yeah,
dude.
You got to
no
tone
one
that
is
down.
pulling Star Destroyers out of the sky in Star Wars canon. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's not gonna happen. Like,
I mean, it'd be cool, but it's like it's not gonna happen.
Finn, what you said about the, what Star Wars needed, man, I'm always rooting for Star Wars. And I think there's a lot of people, we see a lot of people that claim to, love Star Wars, but they're rooting against it more often than not. And that's tough. That's no fun for people like me. I don't enjoy that. I'm always rooting for Star Wars, even if like, say the thing that they put out is maybe not for me. Like, Book of Boba Fett was not for me in its entirety. But I'm not going to sit there and hold it up as like an example of why someone who does like it is wrong and like Star Wars the wrong way and is bad, or how, everything is bad about XYZ. It's just like, oh, okay. Well, if it wasn't for me, but it was for someone else, and that's cool.
And like, to be honest, sometimes like I actually genuinely enjoy watching some of the Book of Boba Fett episodes. There are episodes that I hate from it, like the mod. Like if you skip, like I think it's episode 4, you can get through it relatively well. Is it a perfect show? Heck no.
Yeah.
Do I rewatch it maybe more than like Andor season 1? Yeah.
I've  they give a shout out to Star Wars Sessions again. I've brought them up before, but they had an episode of their show where they did a deep dive on the Book of Boba Fett, and I think the episode is actually titled "The Book of Boba Fett is the Attack of the Clones of Disney Star Wars," and I
Yeah.
was like, "That's intriguing."
Yeah.
And their entire episode, their whole thing was, "Hey, have you ever thought about what an absolute shit show the Attack of the Clones movie is? But it's really fun, and I watched it all the time."
And also
And
really like important to some big things that you like
and like
later.
really important, but like if you ever sit and like really think about the pacing of that movie, like what the actual crap is happening.
Yeah.
Like it's all over the place. Count Dooku wants Padme dead, so he hires a bounty hunter to kill her. That bounty hunter hires another bounty hunter to kill her. That bounty hunter that gets hired by that bounty hunter that gets hired by that Sith Lord that's actually kind of being put up to this by the Trade Federation uses some like killer bugs and a droid to do it. The killer bugs and a droid fail to do it, so then she fails to do it, and then he fails to do it, and then it's just like it's like, what is happening here? Like
Killer bug.
like it's like there's so much just random hokey, like random crap that goes on in Attack of the Clones. But did I give a shit as a kid? No, absolutely not. Do I give a shit now? No, absolutely not. Can I acknowledge that that's not like it's not going to win an Emmy or an Oscar?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not neat and clean and tidy. Was I entertained the whole time? Yeah, absolutely. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
The Book of Boba
Yeah.
Fett does the same thing for me. I was like, there's some stuff that I think about if I really hone in on it in the Book of Boba Fett, I go, what the heck? Man?
Yeah.
Like, what is the actual thought process?
Don't get me
behind
started
that
on some of
decision?
that stuff. Like,
But then I
think it's
watched the
first
show.
episode where like they get cornered by the assassins.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was just like, Boba, can you just fly away with your jetpack, dude?
You have a jetpack.
Yeah, you have a fucking jetpack, man. Like, fly.
And not to mention Boba Fett going, I know how to get out of this. Let me just barrel to the shield, put my rocket launcher on here, and fire it while I'm in this enclosed space. Nothing could go wrong. I'm like, what is happening, dude?
There were some questionable things for sure, but we don't have to go down that Book of Boba Fett. Like,
it's like anything in life. There's going to be highs. There's going to be lows. Star Wars, man. It's not all going to be for you. It's just like it's not all going to be for me. I think it's just counterproductive though when folks just get so focused on trying to make sure that they can be seen as correct and rob those of joy of other things where it's whatever, man. But to get back to the point of like Shadow Lord, I love seeing it when people who usually disagree about just about friggin' everything can all
come
be
together and like
somewhat in the same hype train. It's nice. It's
No, I
always
agree.
fun to see that. I'm always rooting for that to happen with every Star Wars. It's not going to happen with every Star Wars, but it's nice when on occasion it does. So
I feel that. And with that, I'm seeing a lot of hype for this character being made finally as a TVC figure.
Yeah, man.
dude,
I think it was-
so hyped. I cannot wait for this. I'm so over, like after these episodes too, like give me this figure now. Like
Yeah.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
I'm so sad because I was hoping we get one more of these checked off at least, like 2
Yeah.
out of 3. But who's to say it won't happen? I'm still holding out for Spicy Docky in that pose.
Yes.
But yeah, man,
Keep the Docky alive.
Docky alive. But no,
I would
it
like a
is.
Docky figure, but please put clothes on him.
Yeah. Well, man, we'll see.
I'll take them either way. Either way.
See,
But
we'll do
yeah.
a regular Docky, and then we'll make a separate carded Docky that's a spicy Docky.
Oh man, do we know when the pre-order for this one goes up?
No,
They haven't announced anything because I know Sci-Fi Dude was asking about it.
They haven't. I think they mentioned she's a fall release in the press release. So I think she's in a wave later in the year. I think we just pre-ordered the new fan channel wave. That was the one with that was the May the 4th reveals, and that one's supposed to ship in I think it says July or September, somewhere through there.
Yeah, it says September, so it probably means like August-ish, but
yeah,
it might even be bumped up a little bit earlier because
I wouldn't be shocked if it shows up in July.
I wouldn't be showed up. It shows up next month.
Yeah, right. Well, I would, but based on how early some of those figures looked.
True.
Yeah. I hope they're still cooking a couple things, but I I think she's going to be later in the year. I think there's probably going to be another mainline wave. So I imagine she'd probably go up for pre-order sometime, maybe at San Diego Comic-Con, maybe before then.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it seems like they've been doing less of the pipelines and kind of like dropping these little bombs instead. As
Yeah.
like, oh, look at this like prototype of the figure that's gonna be later up for pre-order in probably that wave or whatever.
And I prefer that. We've talked about that
Yeah.
before. Just like let us know that these main characters, these things that
coming.
we shouldn't have to ask for, let us
Mhm.
know that they are coming, because it keeps us checked in, where we don't have to like be like, oh, of course they're not going to give us the main character.
Yeah.
And we don't have to then waste our time asking for it. And we can start asking for stuff like the Lawsons, like
Which makes me hopeful if this
Yeah.
one's like kind of like a little bit more out there, that there's potential from now to whenever this goes up for pre-order for our
Yeah.
boy Docky to possibly make it.
Yes. Yes.
Dude, the way I
Should
would
be
be
cool.
just absolutely blown away if they managed to get MAUL, the main character, the two main antagonists, the Inquisitors,
Do not know
and
what
the
just
two
happened there.
protagonists in Docky and Devon
Yeah.
out in the same calendar year,
Yeah.
most of which were released or announced before this show aired or before it finished, is insane.
Yeah.
Like a level of efficiency and hype that I have not seen for figures being released in TVC for a new media in a long time.
It's not lost on me that it's like kind of sad that we're like, yeah, we're just like so stoked about a few of the characters being made. But again, that's the reality of where we're at right now. So, take the wins where you can. We're not, we want it all. We're not going to get it all, or at least not in a timely fashion. So it's really cool when we do get a somewhat meaningful spread for a given media property within that media property's release window or relevancy. It's like, Devon, I'm still going to be excited about getting her, even if it's say December of this year. If she shows up, I'm still going to be hyped that I got her. I won't be, would I be stoked if I got her in hand while the show is airing? Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe over like within the month of the show ending. Yes. But she's a character I love so much now from this show that I don't really care when. I'm just stoked that I know we are getting her.
Yeah.
Also, remember, fall goes until like December 20th.
December 31st, really. It's
from what I hear. Yeah.
They classify fall, I think, as like September through December. So
I don't know why.
Comments that will never be forgotten by the internet.
So for some reason, the Force doesn't want us to look at the figures we want.
Oh.
Okay, weird. It's working now. Well, let's
Okay.
try this again.
Okay.
Let's try this again. Don't let us down, Docky. I know you're here for us.
Yes.
He's so freaking cool, man.
Yeah, he really is fucking amazing, man.
Easy.
Damn, see, like every time I change. All right,
They
well, we're not going back.
After
Docky. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
All you get is Docky.
Cool. We got Devon, which is great.
Yeah.
Great. We have this one checked off the list.
Oh man.
Obviously,
Yeah.
we talked about recast.
Mhm.
Could be good. A lot of reuse potential there, which would be nice.
Definitely.
Spybot.
I need
I
it.
really do think everyone is kind of feeling that we're gonna have to get this one through Disney parks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a way, while I'd love him on like a Kenner card or something, Disney parks, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they do him. I think it's a matter of when, not if, for them to do him. And I'm okay with that. I think they do a great job with the droids.
To answer that question that just popped up, yes, I do watch Young Jedi Adventures.
I watched the first season. I need to catch up.
I'm still I'm not done with the series yet. I watch it in little snippets. Obviously, it's not aimed at my age group.
Yeah.
But I love the High Republic and I love all the Star Wars, so I just like to know.
Yeah.
I like to absorb it all. Plus, like, I'm an elementary school teacher, and so I like to I put Young Jedi Adventures on for my kids sometimes. Like if
Oh, that's awesome.
it's like
Yeah.
a free day, like we finished like the big experiment, we have a little bit of time in between units, I'll put up Young Jedi Adventures and give them some free build time, and they eat that shit up.
Love it.
Like they love it.
Nice.
So
And I'm also one of the tens of people that bought the figures for Young Jedi Adventures.
I know you were into those.
I love them. They're terrible. Like
there
they're
are
not,
dozens of us.
yeah, but it was fun, man. I there's some of this stuff when you know it's going to be not necessarily something that's going to be an expansive line. It's pretty easy to be like, yeah, I'll make the investment and jump into that. It's fun, man. Like, you know, Yoda in a tan robe, Nubs,
Mhm.
Nubs right there was enough.
Nubs, I was feeling. Nubs, I was
Yeah.
feeling.
So
Got to give a shout out to both of these dudes because they both went out.
yeah,
Yeah, dude.
I think they've been like a favorite among people, like in terms of like the background characters from the show. Like these two are definitely they're speaking to each other, to like fans and collectors.
They're too cool not to make, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's I saw there was a question earlier that I don't know if we highlighted. It was long ago, like 2 hours ago now at the beginning of the stream. I was like, do you think we'll ever learn Maul's actual name, like his birth name? And part of me is thinking like, dude, I'd be almost certain that it was just Maul. Because think about all the Night Brother naming conventions. You got Maul,
Yeah.
Savage, or they should
Yeah.
just call him Savage. I don't know why they had to add the fancy pronunciation to it.
Because they like it to be French.
And he gets a last name too.
Yeah, Savage,
True.
Icarus, Scorn, like, you know, all the names of these guys. Like Maul fits, and it also fits with, you know, how Palpatine would treat Maul, where he's like, "You're just a tool." He's like, "And your name is going to be Darth Maul. Who gives a shit? Go fight these Jedi for me." Yeah.
Also, Darth Maul's other brother's name is Farrell.
Yeah.
Like, come on, guys.
So I think if his name isn't Maul, then what were they doing naming all these other Night Brothers the same kind of thing? So yeah, I doubt their names are like Hank, Stephen, Philip, like
Timothy.
Timothy.
All right, brothers, we need to assemble a team to go intercept the intruders.
Yeah.
I need Savage, Maul, you lead.
Yeah.
Icarus, Scorn, Farrell, and Tim.
Yeah.
Could you also go
Tim.
over there? Tim with 2 M's. Because we're in space.
Now, that would be appropriate.
Yeah, the scene of Sidious on Dathomir taking him from Mother Talzin, and it's like, oh, which one do you want, Lord Sidious? Oh, I want that one. Tucker, come over here.
Oh man,
Kyle, would you follow me, please?
love it. They do have some badass names. Let's
Yeah.
not be real.
Dude, yeah.
So I mean, I honestly think his given Christian name is Maul.
Yeah, it makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Now, then we got our man Ludi Vario, which what a good name.
Yeah.
So good. Again, we've talked about this one where it's like, would they ever make this mech suit version of him? Seems like a big gamble and a push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Disney
that's
Parks hooked us up.
the voice actor is what, Chris Diamantopoulos or whatever. I can't pronounce it. I love that guy. I love him in Silicon Valley. You know, this guy books, trace commas, like so good. And then this is gonna sound like a weird pull, but animation. I watch cartoons, obviously. Centaur World
Obviously.
on Netflix.
Oh shit!
If you haven't seen that, dude,
I have not.
It'll throw you for a loop. That is, you put it on, you're like, what am I watching? And it's so messed up.
Dude. Yeah. I mean, he's also Monk
Yeah.
from Jedi. Sorry, someone outside my house is like laying on the horn to somebody.
Heck
But,
yeah. They were cheering for Centaur
Yeah,
World.
Cheering for
shooting-
some, yeah. But he also plays Monk in Jedi Survivor, the bartender droid.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
He's great in that role.
He's a great voice actor. I love the guy.
What do you guys think about this question? Do you guys think we're going to get a single carded Geonosian warrior? We know we're getting the 4-pack, but think we can get a single card?
I wouldn't put it past Hasbro to be like, and here's another one. Like,
Yeah, I
they're
would.
going to get the most out of that Geonosian tooling that they can possibly get, because they know that unlike clones and stuff, Geonosians probably aren't super timeless. This is one that they have to kind of put out while the iron is hot. The Battle of Geonosis, strike while there's hype.
Yeah.
And then after this year, I don't really see a whole lot of people like army building Geonosians.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Well,
never know.
it's kind of
Um,
evergreen at this point. If you've got
Yeah.
the lat, you've got all the
true,
figures
true.
that it's kind of like, people still wanting to army build sand troopers and stuff. And
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like just
no,
because
you
I
got a point. I
Yeah.
do
just
like
because I
to.
don't want to, I don't go all in maybe this year on like army building something doesn't say I wouldn't have the funds or like the desire to do it down the road either.
yeah.
Yeah, you make a good
I think that's
point.
another thing, like, yeah, to keep in mind. Like, obviously, times is tight and kind of tough out there, so it's like not all of us have the money to like go in for 1,000 Geonosians right now.
Right.
It's just not like feasible sometimes. So
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, I wouldn't put it past them to do it on a single card.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would this year. And then you also have to think of it this way. It's like, do you want them to? Because
Yeah,
if they do that, that means that's a slot taken up from something else
I agree.
that,
Yeah.
be a repack or a repaint, something that still could provide some variety or something maybe new.
Mhm.
to the
Just more
line.
depth to the releases for the year too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so
No,
that's
I agree with that too.
Yeah. Maybe they'll like squeeze one in next year if they need to cost out a wave or something.
See,
I
we're
wouldn't
still
be shocked.
supporting the Battle of Geonosis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
Yeah. You want Stacey Tin or Aegon Kolar? Okay, well, how about this Geonosian repack instead?
Here you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
But this one we've incorrectly repainted to be Sun Fac.
Yeah.
You know, that wouldn't be a bad move if they kind of
They'd have to give him
somehow
a
do
new
that.
torso because Sun Fac has unique armor.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, Sometimes they really do catch me off guard where I'm like, dang, you went all the way out to like really tool some extra stuff to like make different versions. Like with the Imperial officers, even like they've
Yeah.
done so much with that like we knew it was gonna happen, but they've been very effective with it and like surprising too at the same time.
And
I mean, it's
yet
like Poggle is wild.
Yes,
That's
that even
wild.
like, dude.
There's a lot.
Yeah,
There's
Poggle's
very little
amazing.
overlap in the pieces that the Geonosians use.
Yeah.
From Poggle, it's
Yeah.
weird.
it is crazy that we got Poggle. I can't believe that.
I love that we got Poggle, man.
I'm so stoked about it. He's again, that figure has no right to be as awesome as it is, but
No.
God, do I love it.
Gonna need no boots.
No
Love it.
boots.
No
Love
boots. Both
I
of them.
saw. Okay,
No
so
boots for you.
I saw someone's theory, and it had to have been a joke theory, but someone was like, "What if Maul's legs that he has in
Oh.
Solo, his new replacement legs, are two boots legs?"
Oh no. Poor two boots.
Yeah.
Dang.
That'd be so cruel, but also like I wouldn't put it past Maul to just like, all right, well, I'm gonna use you too.
Yep. Yeah. Use the parts.
Oh
But-
man,
Yeah.
that's pretty hilarious.
Also notable
Love
that like he has new legs in Solo, but then he also has once again different legs in Rebels.
Yeah.
And I just noticed on a rewatch recently of the Twin Sons episode when he's lost in the desert, he's got like holes and shit in his legs. Like there's exposed wires and holes in his legs where he's taken some damage. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I did
Okay.
not notice that before. But
I guess I need to rewatch. Oh no, guess I have to go rewatch one of the best episodes of Rebels.
man, Evan's new pastime is watching everything that Maul is in and paying really close attention to his shins.
I
You
genuinely
have an
thought about that.
obsession with lower legs.
Yeah, dude.
This year in
just
Star
a
Wars,
very-
brought to you by Maul's legs.
Yeah, just like a Star Wars theme wiki feat, but it's like just about their costumes, like just as
Oh,
sick,
man.
just as creepy, but in different ways.
Love it. The Janix officer, I feel like, is a cool one, but like, I feel like this is one that we would have to really push for.
Yeah.
I don't.
It'd
I
be
don't
really
foresee.
cool, but there's no chance, I don't think. Especially since they're leaving Janix
Yep.
now.
Yep.
They probably aren't going back to it in season 2. I imagine that we have left Janix behind for the most part.
Yeah.
So if we were going to get it, now would be the time. But I don't see a big community push for this one.
Yeah.
Super cool though. I do like their design.
I do too.
Yeah. Same.
If they made it, I'm not complaining about it.
Here's what they should do. They should sculpt. They should design and sculpt this figure, but then like make it kind of like generic and dusty gray, and just say it's some like new Cantina guy Cantina spacer and then like put them out that way, like in a pack, and then just repaint it properly.
There you go. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, supporting the cantina. Supporting the
Yeah.
cantina. Same thing with Riley. He was in the cantina.
Yeah,
What's a
totally.
cantina? What's a cantina shitter that wears like a shit ton of robes?
Yeah. Any of
That they
them.
Ollie?
hide that tooling under.
Debnali.
Dibnali.
Like most of them.
Pretty
What
much.
is
Yeah.
it, Yurka Mig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
I thought that was pronounced a little different, but I'll keep that to myself.
Yeah. Oh no.
Pronunciations in Star Wars are just like,
Yeah.
they go hand in hand. The Pike soldiers. I know we've been talking about them, and I know a lot of people want Pike soldiers, whether it's the Book of Boba Fett version or like, the animation version, or like this, which is like a hybrid of both. Definitely one that like I feel like it's a little long overdue for TVC.
Yeah.
Just because TBS got this the Book of Boba Fett version, so like I don't know. It would be nice to get some of these finally into the displays.
Yeah, I would love some Pikes in TVC. That'd be great.
Yeah, man.
It's just a fun underworld faction to kind of build out.
Yeah.
They've also been in so much at this point. It's like
True.
I ain't world building without these guys. So
See, like I love a good like underworld faction that has like a almost uniform look. I
Mhm.
mean, the Hutt cartel is just cobbled together. There's not specific uniforms and looks and all that, but the Pikes, they've got a kind of organized look, especially like if you like when you played through Outlaws, there's like your grunts that all look the same. You've got sentinels like guards that dress in a specific uniform. Like I like that that's kind of like organized like that because it lends itself to army building with like action figure collecting. But like Crimson Dawn, their enforcers have a very uniform look. That would work really well too. The Ashika clan, which is specifically from Outlaws, but like there's a lot of them. Like Black Sun, same thing. They have uniforms, so it lends itself to like army building friendly releases.
Yeah,
man. Evan, you gonna be in cosplay?
I'll see if I can get back into my my fighting shape from 2017 and bust out the Slave Leia costume again.
I was about to say, if you don't wear a metal bikini and then post pictures of it,
that's yeah,
we're done.
My girlfriend and I, that was Celebration Orlando was the first time she went to Celebration with me and the family, and she didn't leave me after that. So I mean, here we are all these years later, because that was kind of just like, oh no, you're in it now, girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, she and I both did we did the metal bikini day. We both did this. She was like, I'll do it if you do it. I was like, all right. Hell
Dang.
yeah.
Dang. Most impressive.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So did it, and then she did a variation of it again in Chicago, and neither of us did in 2022, but that was a crazy celebration. But yeah, I think if I can shed a couple LBs before next year, I might shove myself back into that bikini.
There you go.
You got it. You got it, man. Good evening. A little late. All good. Got your tickets to Celebration. Awesome. Yeah, got some tickets secured as well.
Heck yeah.
I shall be enjoying Celebration from the comfort of my couch through live streams for sure.
And you'll be wiping your tears with all the money you saved. Because
with all the money that I saved, yes, I'll be sitting, being comforted by all the figures that I bought instead.
Yep.
Of going to Celebration. Just me catching up on all the figures that I've had to skip periodically throughout the year.
Oh,
God.
Sorry to hear that, man.
My heart goes out to everybody that got screwed over, and it was not. This whole thing wasn't handled very well. I mean, the sale limits. Obviously, people are driving it home. Where the ticket limits were, you could get 20 of each kind. Like, I'm sorry, no. Like, dude, I had to get for my family group or whatever, but that was 7 or 8 of us. But even then, like a limit of 10 is still a lot, but that's about the most that groups can,
Yeah, for sure. No, it was tough. I mean, I almost didn't get anything myself. Like, it's just like also like no rhyme or reason to that whole weight room thing, because I was in there the very second, and then like 2.5 hours went by and I was barely
Yeah.
at halfway, man. So
Yeah. It was like what, almost 3 hours later, and you had to use I had
Yeah.
2 queues going, and I got through my first one, and then it was like, oh shit, okay, yeah.
yeah, luckily Evan got me in, man. But like, yeah, this is just like it's a bummer. We were talking about it later where I'm like, it kind of sucks for anybody who actually like legit wanted to go to this just to enjoy some Star Wars. And for
Yeah.
it to like be a situation like that where you're trying really hard and you're not able to get into it. Hey, that sucks, Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to see anyone be deprived of a good time when it comes to like Star Wars stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely, man.
And I mean, there's no doubt the scalper issue. I don't know how to
Yeah.
rectify it though, because there are no doubt groups that did get 20 tickets, where all 20 tickets are going to people that are going, because people pooling together. It's like I'm
Yeah.
talking to you, it's like, damn, dude, I wish I would have thought about it, could have coordinated with all my
Yeah.
friends, and whichever one of us got in, all of us are taken care of. But yeah, it's tough. I don't know what the steps are. It's like to submit a proof of life for all the people
Yeah,
that
proof
ordered
of
a certain
life.
amount. Like if you ordered more than
Uh,
6 or 10 tickets, 6 or 8 or 10 tickets, if you ordered more of them, it's like you got to provide names and contact details for all the folks that you're actually bringing, and the badges are assigned to those people.
Honestly, that'd probably actually be kind of helpful. If you
Yeah.
like, it's almost like buying like a new like driver's license or something like that.
Yeah, and it's like if you can't provide that, then you get a refund, and your tickets go back into the portal for other people to have a chance at. So,
Yeah, it'd be something that would be nice. Probably at the end of the day, they're just like, all right, well, give us the money.
yeah, I mean,
Which
that's the
sucks.
sad part of it, is they just don't like Reed Pop
Yeah.
doesn't care, and they're not. I'm not a fan of that company.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily run things very well, and I hate that fans have to suffer for it. I've been on the receiving end of some bad luck of the draw on these things for stuff that should have been thought out better or wasn't organized well. And
Yeah.
dude, it sucks, and it can really crush you. And
Yeah, I already saw people like posting like the outrageous like reselling prices like in the
Yeah.
thousands for like tickets, and it's just like, dude,
yeah,
sucks.
That's
yeah, it sucks. And I feel bad. And so yes, while it's like I'm happy for me, yay, I got to go. It's bittersweet, because I know it's hard to be happy for myself when I know that there's so many people that are just equally as excited as I am for the stuff that don't get to go, and it's hard. So
Yeah, especially when
Um,
some people have been like passionate about this thing for 50 or close to 50 years, and
Yeah.
like this is a special celebration that
Yeah.
a lot of people wanted to kind of go to, and it's just rough all around.
yeah, so
um,
I'm hoping that there will be something just like, okay, more tickets will be available at the door, because there's no way all of these that were bought to be scalped are going to be redeemed. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Not that I want them to oversell it, because it's already a crazy.
Hernan, can you tag Night Rex 92's comment right there?
Yeah. That's-
True.
all right. I'll get some tidy whities and some green paint.
That's a
man.
good one. I didn't even think about that. Amazing. Amazing.
Oh man,
Dude.
yeah.
We
I
got
mean,
some-
really, I should have photoshopped in like this the Hut Slayer Leia like outfit onto
Yeah.
Doc.
Oh, onto Docky, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be
I know,
that's
man.
Slayer Docky. That's what I'll be.
it. So good. So
God.
good. Love it, man. This one, if they wanted to just be like really like easy, generous, and like just throw us another bow and be like, here you go, here's that Imperial officer.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
his name is Blake or Blake. One of
Dude,
them.
yeah.
Something like
It's just
that.
an easy way to build out this world. I mean,
Yeah.
he was so
Because-
slimy too.
Yeah.
Get him and the TK troopers, and
Yep.
we're looking kind of decent. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, you're
Start
building out
building
the
out this
entire
world.
Imperial faction right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TK troopers, I think, are the most important in terms of troop builders now.
Yeah.
I think so too, and I hope they're kind of seeing like the demand for this figure. Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
like it's been done in Hot Toys. Like,
And if they show up in season 2, which they have to, really.
They've got
I
to.
mean, they
Unless
showed up in
there's a
Bad
huge
Batch.
time jump.
Yeah.
yeah,
but
and then we
even
get the
then,
regular stormtroopers in, which
Oh,
is,
oof.
I guess, possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
True.
wouldn't be a bad thing to get this out there, Hasbro. They've been pretty prominent in the Bad Batch. They were all over this show. We kind of talked about it in like previous episodes where like, a lot of people are also calling for, the actual barbell hips on the stormtrooper. So if you wanted to do something where like you could use the crotch piece and then retool something up here for the TK trooper, but also the stormtrooper, and just kind of do a 2-for-1 here in terms of like those barbell hips, that
That'd be
would not
awesome.
be a bad idea. Just saying. And then look, TK pilot,
Yeah.
easy.
Oh yeah.
Easy, like kit bash right there, another repack. And then yeah, I don't have a picture of it, but like the pauldron, like commander guy, like also easy.
Oh yeah.
So simple.
A troop pack of 4 TK troopers, one with a pauldron.
Yeah, which you can easily take off, so it's not like a very specific character, and you can actually
Mhm.
army build that set. So a lot to be done, I think, with the TK trooper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. And then the Imperial Walker. Well, I don't know if it's gonna happen. Part of me wants it to happen just so I can like have it on a display with like that Star Killer moment.
Yeah. God. that was-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I think we did talk about how like they might be able to just get away with tooling up the top compartment and just popping it on the ATST legs.
I think so.
Maybe changing out the feet
yeah.
Yeah.
of the walker, but like given the situation we find ourselves in where like our tooling budget is like basically anemic at
Basically.
best for TVC, I would not be mad if they reused the ATST legs, because I like looking at it, I'm pretty sure they're pretty accurate.
They're very, very, very similar.
They're
We were kinda
very,
talking
if not
about it last
accurate
time.
dead on, they're close.
They're
very
really close.
And this would be one case where I would be really okay with pop some new feet on there, pop the new top on, and then give us another Imperial Walker.
Yeah.
And you know what they should do? Because I know a lot of people still have issues with the ATST legs and in terms of their durability to stand for prolonged periods of time.
Put a stand
If
in.
put a stand in like they've done with the ATRTs.
Yes. dude.
Yes.
That is, I mean, I know I show it off every time. I'm not even gonna grab it, but that stand
mean-
that comes with the ATRT, like that makes all the difference. That thing
It
is
does.
so cool, man.
I think that would be a smart move for them.
Yeah, man.
I'd be here for that. And you know, they always say that the vehicles help bring in, you know, like bring in the profit to like, you know, invest in tooling or whatever. So
Yeah. So I mean, and
half of
a
this thing's
vehicle
already
they could-
there. So
They could achieve without having to tool up a completely brand new one. How often do they get to do that?
Do a convention exclusive where the cab has got the sliced in half bit
Oh,
and one of the legs has a breakaway part that
yes.
they change.
Oh,
Pack in
man.
friggin' MAUL with the updated legs and boots.
That could be cool.
There's so many
That could be
opportunities
cool.
for them to update MAUL if they choose to. But
If
yeah,
they
it's like
choose.
if they wanted to do something like that, that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, man.
There's
and
that
then-
speeder bike that pisses me off.
I know, just because they changed up the design. I mean, we were talking about this. It's like we're probably never going to see the speeder bike anywhere else.
Yep. I'm like,
Because by the
damn-
time like the timeline keeps going on, like they're getting closer to the version they use in Rebels. So it's like,
yeah.
I almost feel like
Man.
this one might not ever.
No, we'll never see the speeder bike. We'll have to
Yeah.
go to a 3D printer.
Yeah.
For this.
But it would have been cool if this was like episode 1 era time where you just get all the figures and toys in the world that you could possibly want.
yeah, on media specific packaging.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, man. So hopefully they can, you know, just start to get some of these things out there. Like we said, I think the biggest one is Docky. And I feel like after that, it's probably Lawson for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Probably Icarus and Scorn too. And yeah, I guess Maul's team. I don't know. I guess like if you guys had to choose, would you prefer to have 2 more character slots, given that we get Docky, fingers crossed?
Yeah.
2 character slots from Maul's side, so like Icarus and Scorn or like Icarus and Rook, or would you have 2 boots and like Lawson if you had to choose?
It sucks because I love the Knight Brothers, but if I only had 2 more slots to pick, I would have to go with Lawson and 2 boots.
Oh,
They're
cool.
just more central and important to the story.
I'm gonna echo that. I think as cool as the Knight Brothers are, I have to go with the ones that are like integral to the story.
Yeah.
Because you know, what is the world without the story that paints the backdrop for it?
That's true.
right,
That's
right.
true.
I think mains should be something that should just be the priority. And
Yeah.
granted, TVC is very much about expanding that world, and that's been historically having a deep bench and doing the obscure and all that. Things have changed. We're not in that world anymore of 20, 30 years ago where we got everything under the sun. So it's, if you make choices, it's, do you want the thing that's kind of inconsequential, or do you want the thing that you can,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I definitely agree with that. Like, I am really torn because like the Knight brothers look really cool.
yeah,
And like they would look badass next to Maul and stuff like that. But I have to agree with you guys that like in terms of like having the like main characters from the show, like obviously Lawson had more speaking roles and stuff like that. And like to get him with like two boots would be a really nice, like almost like a Chirrut and Baze moment.
yeah.
And imagine just like it would just be more pleasing, like if somehow or another those are the only figures like we get from this show. We get Maul, the two Inquisitors, Devin, Docky, and then Lawson and Two Boots. That's going to feel a whole hell of a lot more complete of a group of figures.
The characters that share a lot of screen time.
Yeah. Like I kind of agree with what Nicholas is saying here too. Like if we get Docky and Lawson, that would be pretty great.
Dude, I can just imagine someone doing like a photography series, like maybe Utah Dawn. This has him written all over it. Like of having like this like crime noir series feature of Lawson and Two Boots, just like catching bad guys and stopping crime in the underworld. It's like Utah Dawn, dude. His whole little like city that he's made.
It's
in his bookshelf. I could totally see just such an immersive world that he's made, like that kind of happening in there. Or who is Empire Toy Works, like his whole thing. It's very Janix looking. So Lawson and Two Boots, like in doing investigations and stuff in that world would be really cool.
I would do the same. I would like dump
myself.
them into my like spaceport thing back there too. Like they just fit into that world kind of nicely.
Yeah.
I have one thought about Lawson. You mentioned it earlier because we were talking about how it's like, oh, maybe he's a Jedi sympathizer, and he drops that line like I worked with a Jedi before, whatever. Who did he work with? Dude, what if it was friggin' Anakin during the Clone Wars? Like,
whoa.
Yeah. Or maybe pre-Clone Wars, Obi-Wan, like, Obi-Wan and Anakin were on a mission to some planet that...
now, that would be poetry, to work with the guy who then later comes and almost tries to kill you.
Yeah.
I did want to highlight this one from Nick, where
I
really want the TK Troopers, but not quite before the rest of the Bad Batch. That would definitely be kind of sad. Which sucks, like, Crosshair sold pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a demand there, Hasbro.
It's truly
know what you're waiting for.
That they're not doing that still. That's just like, come on, guys.
At least
I think Hunter and Crosshair were both marked as top sellers on Amazon, right?
Hunter was hard to get. Like
Hunter was absolutely a top
he's
seller.
Pricey now too.
Yeah, he's pricey now, and like I wanted to get a few more, and like I remember the run was just like kind of like sold out kind of quickly on Amazon, and they just never did another production run of it, which is kind of like insane.
Crosshair is relatively easy to get. That wave was really produced healthily and distributed very well. I mean, it kept showing up at my Walmarts, which was like, okay, maybe you don't need to send it to the same Walmart for the 5th, 6th, 7th time, and now it's stacked up. But I mean, of those figures, Crosshair does seem to be the one that goes faster, goes first. If there's a pile of that wave, you'll find fewer of the Crosshairs that came with it than you'll usually find the rest of, say, Cobb Vanth. Or Marin. God bless. I love Marin. I'm so stoked I got that figure. But really cool. I don't know if like at mass retail, she seems more like a fan channel figure.
I'm shocked they didn't make her a fan channel. I think she would have performed better. Fan channel. But I mean, you know me, that was my most wanted figure for that year, and I was thrilled. So
that's not me dunking on it at all, Finn. Like it is. No, I love that figure. She's on my work shelf. I've curated, I don't have every figure on that work shelf back here, but she's on
definitely Docky
before anyone else.
Yeah.
Docky before anyone else.
Yeah.
True
You
that,
need
man.
Vario to stand in as a Su Choi. Nah, bro.
Speaking
Nah,
of
you need
Choi.
a Su Choi to stand in as Vario. Get you that Su Choi.
Howlrunner, we were just talking about this, but I was unaware. Did you know that figure right there has a wired cape?
That's
Yeah, bro.
wild.
Look at that.
That's just crazy.
Wired.
We were getting
Wait,
wired capes
oh.
back in the day. Like, whose
Look at that.
tooling budget was that?
Yeah, right.
Dude, he's got the action.
Dude, that's amazing. I don't have that one. It makes me want it even more now because it has a
Dude,
wired
I
cape.
bet. Do you know the
Same.
exact frame that once I found out he had a wired cape that I was like, I got to recreate that from that comic.
No, I can't think of what.
He's trying to buy time for the others to escape, and he's like jumping down from the rafters, and the clones are like shooting
Oh,
up at
yeah,
him,
yeah.
and he get like just like bombarded, and his cloak is like his
Yeah.
robe is, like, behind him. Dude, that'd be such a freaking cool shot to recreate.
Yeah.
Apparently, you got to recreate that shot, dude.
I do. I'm gonna have to do it now.
Do it, man.
Where see, like here. I got you. I do it right now. We'll do it live.
Do it live, Finn.
He's not
Come on.
holding this lightsaber super great, so pardon that.
It's all good, man. You got it.
But like he's like jumping
Yeah.
down, cloak flying behind him. Just imagine a bunch of clones.
I wonder
like,
if they have any of this tooling still around and stuff like that.
I have to imagine that at least maybe the hands and feet were reused with Rats Tyrell.
Yeah.
You know? Because let me pull his cloak off. Let me see. Ooh, spicy. Let me see if there's anything else that looks the same.
Love that.
Speaking of shots.
Oh, dude, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I love it. I mean,
The gunship in the back.
I love seeing the amount of photography and just people having fun and engaging with the figures while the show has been on. I think that's been one of the highlights for me. Like just seeing other people like have fun with it. Obviously I've been doing a lot of shots myself, but it's just like, I don't know, it brings me joy to see other people like enjoying these things as well, man.
Oh yeah, dude.
Definitely. And look at that, the old gunship in the background.
Yeah. Yeah, amazing. Still a great piece.
Yeah.
Just
Still
imagine
functional.
it painted white, guys. Just
Yeah.
imagine it painted white.
God, I do have an extra one that's kind of incomplete, and now I'm tempted, instead of painting one of my HasLab ones white, painting an
Paint
older
that.
one white.
You could do that for your like
Do it.
your MAUL display.
Yeah. I think so. What's really fun about this too, like all these photos that everybody's taking, you know, going back to the whole thing where I get all excited about the lightsaber fights, and I'm so stoked that we have, you know, combatants. We have Vader, we have Maul, we have Crow, we have Marak, we're getting Devin, we need Daki, but we have the ones that we have. There's so many different configurations you can put all these characters, and there's so many different cool, exciting photos and scenes you can recreate just with those few characters. So it's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, we only technically have 2 figures from the show because the MAUL we have is basically the Clone Wars one.
Yeah.
I still was able to like do quite a number of different like shots, which was fun.
Yeah.
And this is without Daki or like a Devin. So, and like, again, it was just nice to see this like MAUL sculpt just getting out there and taking over like the internet, if you will. Everyone taking shots of this MAUL, which is just
it's so good,
great,
dude. And
Yeah,
our MAUL head sculpt is so
superior.
I'm gonna pick up another one of the MAUL repacks, the Shadow Lord version, because I have one that I haven't opened yet. Like I have the carded sample. I get 2 of everything, like a mentally ill, you know, just nut
Just
job.
2?
Just 2. I just have the 2 right now, and I was gonna get a third because I want to try the thing that I saw some folks do where they cut off the bottom of the leg under the joint and then glue on a different black boot. And I'm really tempted to do that because it does look pretty good. And that's the kind of customizing I could probably easily do. If it's destructive and lining things up, I can do that. It's the whole thing of trying to, you know, do extra surgery to make things in the painting that screws me up. So
do you recall what legs that person used?
They used the Obi-Wan legs.
Oh, the Obi-Wan legs?
Yeah.
The
Which,
legs that shall not be mentioned.
granted,
Oh, really?
I'd buy another one of those packs because I need another Obi-Wan head, and I would maybe get some catharsis from destroying one of those figures. So
my-
maybe I should.
Oh. This is
It'll be a
scratching
healing-
two itches for you.
Yeah. Granted, I'd have
healing
to
journey.
paint. I wouldn't have to paint. I just have to dye them, right? Just dye them black.
Yeah, you could probably just dye them black.
Yeah.
Or you could just paint them. I mean, it's not that just a light coat of black would.
You say it like it's an easy thing. This is no, I can't do that.
And
It's
if
too much.
only Evan knew someone who painted.
Yeah. Fair. Okay, Finn. Okay.
True. I just find dyeing like it just seems like a more arduous task.
It's it's a pain in the ass.
Is
That's
it?
why
Is it not just like throwing them in the dye and just calling it good?
Oh, because dude, it takes so freaking long to do.
Okay.
Like, and you've got to
Yeah.
keep it at the right temperature, and you got to keep moving them around a little bit.
A lot
so
of
they don't stick in
chemistry.
the right spot. Keep twisting them so that the dye, like they're equally dyed across. So it's not like I'll just throw this in here, leave it for an hour, and come back. No, you've got to attend to it. I mean, it is arduous. It is tedious,
I
and then
went to
the
film
outcome
school.
is
That
still
sounds
never
beyond
like,
me.
and the outcome is still not like great
Yeah.
most of the time.
All
You still have
right.
to
I
do
guess I just
more.
paint them black then. Fine. All right. Whenever that Obi-Wan set hits clearance, I'll grab an extra one. And
Oh man, give it away. Okay, are you sure, man?
doing a redraw.
A redraw. Dang,
Okay. Well, that's very noble. I like
that is very
I
noble.
like
But I
that.
have to think of a backup question now. Dang.
What were the names of the last appearance of?
True. Damn. All right. Give us a second to think about a backup question. Okay.
What
well,
do I have in my pocket?
yeah, what do you have in your pocket?
I'm thinking of a number.
Go through the Hobbit approach.
Oh, there. If you want to bring in Lord of the Rings, can you name the Fellowship of the Ring?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. I gotta think of a question now. Let me go to the interweb.
List every named Inquisitor in the canon.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. There's like 16 of them.
Yeah, but the numbers only go up to 13 so far as we know.
Yeah, and then there's that untitled one from Tales of the Underworld, and
He has what?
Barris Offee doesn't have a number.
Garrus
Tualan
doesn't.
or Tualan doesn't have a number.
Yep.
Okay.
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 All right. He got it.
I got it.
Okay.
All right, guys. So to get the figures, you will have to name the episode that Maroc is in from Tales of the Empire. First one to put the name of the episode in the chat wins.
And it's also a twofer because they're both in the same episode.
Correct.
Maroc and the 11th Brother.
Yes.
They're both in there.
I like that. True.
The answer is let's see. Here, don't mind me, I'm just gonna type something real quick.
Type it up, man. Oh, we got it.
Yes.
Voted.
Heck yeah.
I actually
Okay.
went back and watched like the Tales of the Empire episodes after like seeing some of the MAUL like Shadow Lord ones, just because I was like, oh, I want to see that Inquisitorious like episode again, which is just fun. I know some people thought Tales was like a little weaker in terms of like the Tales episodes, but overall I thought it was pretty good, man.
I wish they were doing more with the Tales series is all I'll say.
I know.
It's like-
I'm a little bummed we didn't get one this year.
I mean, we did
But-
get MAUL
yeah.
though, so like
We did
dude,
get MAUL, so
I don't think that.
I'd take these episodes of MAUL any day,
Yeah,
yeah.
unless
True.
except for the Dooku episodes of Tales of the Jedi. I think those were
those were pretty
friggin' hype,
peak,
so,
pretty
yeah.
peak, man. But yeah, man. Again, you can hit me up on Instagram or Toys of the Way Collecting on Gmail. Send me a message there, an email, and I will get these figures to you, dude. So congratulations. Glad you're getting 2 amazing Inquisitor figures.
Heck
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Dude. Spreading the joy of figures. That's what it's all about, man. It's fun.
Yeah, man. Love it. Love it. But yeah,
I like
Finn.
that Sue Choi's got that kind of force hand going on.
Yeah. Like that too. Yeah, dude. I really like this shot you did with the Inquisitor, kind of like with the torture rack and stuff like that. Definitely fun.
Dude.
Definitely fun.
I love that like accessory. The fact that came in with a basic figure back in the day.
Yeah. What a world.
What a world. But
What a world.
I barely ever use it in my photography. And
I
so
know.
I was like, man, this would be the perfect like torture scene for an Inquisitor. And man, who better to be the Inquisitor torturing people than Plague Mask himself?
Yeah.
True that. True that. Yeah, I love that. I need to use that accessory more too myself. I've always wanted to do like the Kanan Grand Inquisitor like shot. I just never gotten around to it.
I did it a while back. I used the Vader operation table.
Oh,
from-
cool. Yeah,
Smart.
exactly.
It worked
Yeah,
out pretty
exactly.
good.
Yeah.
I think I only ever took one. I'm not in the realm of photography like you guys are, but I did take one Kanan and Grand Inquisitor shot, not of the torture scene, but it was it was for like them squaring off in a duel, and I used the Camtono, the Galaxy's Edge Camtono, as the backdrop.
Oh, cool.
And I also
Oh.
used it as the backdrop for a Cal Kestis shot that I took a while back.
Oh dang, man. That's cool. Dude, this shot, like
God.
see, and here's the thing too
Bro.
with Hernan, with your photography, like I'll sit there and be like, damn, that's a cool looking shot. And then I immediately go, how did he put that hole in the wall back there in that diorama? I'm like, man, his lines are so clean. How is he doing that? And then I sit there and I sit and think about dioramas.
Yeah.
But
It's actually pretty simple. So that whole thing back there, I think, is like a thick piece of foam core. And so that one, I think I covered in grout first. Then the hole is made by taking a hot wire like rod and just
Mhm.
burning it in there and just, shape it the best that you can.
hmm,
Then I think I applied, or probably not. I think I scored the crack marks that come off of it with like an X-Acto. So I did those, and then did the same thing with the like thicker grout lines that divide like the blocks, if you will. And then eventually, I think I painted the whole thing gray, and then went back in there and did like the weathering and a little bit of dry brushing to like a lighter gray to accent like the stone itself. But yeah, that's pretty much all that hole is back there.
Also,
It's a fun one.
nice.
I love, just so looking at this photo, one, I love that the characters have weight. Their feet are planted on the ground, and but Marak has, like, they both have motion with, feet moving. Congrats
Yeah.
on that. That's badass. I love the little detail of Greedo, the Rhodian drawing its blaster, and
Yeah.
the myth in the background looks like he's pointing, just like, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it's such an immersive shot.
I was really happy with actually getting Marak's foot just right with that
So
that
good.
movement right there.
Yeah.
I was about to ask you, did you have to like give him a wire, or is that just
No,
natural
It was
posing?
natural.
Yeah.
What's funny
Dang,
is it was
dude.
actually a happy accident where his foot was planted, and then I think he fell over or something like that. So I had to reposition him.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. And I was like, shit, that actually looks pretty good and much more
Dude,
convincing.
that's so damn dope. I love that.
Yeah. So it was just like a happy accident. I was like, that looks really good and looks very Marak.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that one was fun. And this was just like, I think literally the day that I got Marak and opened them up, and I was just like, I want to take a picture with you because you are long overdue.
Yeah.
And damn, do you pose well, man.
You work fast, man. That's
I was just like motivated that day. And I think
Yeah.
I hadn't taken a lot of photos like over the winter and stuff like that. So I was just like, you know what? Time to do it. And then that one just kind of sparked it. And I was just like, we started getting like more trailers and stuff. And I was just like,
that's
okay,
good.
try to recreate that train scene and stuff like that.
I'm gonna have to pick up the actual MAUL Shadow Lord version of MAUL because the paint apps, like the metal on him,
It's
Yeah,
better.
it's so clean, dude.
it's
It's
subtle,
better.
but it's
I
better.
I went into a GameStop today because I was hoping to come across some of the like new Mando and Grogu figures, hoping to pick up some of the troopers. But I saw that MAUL and I almost bought him because I was like, I'm gonna do this live stream later.
Yeah,
I should totally just buy him. And I like picked him up and I was carrying him around the store looking at other stuff. And then I'm an idiot. So I was like, no, I'll put him back.
Oh,
And then now I live a life of regret,
Yeah.
So
well, you can always go back and get him, man. You can always
Yeah,
go
I
back.
do know where he's at. So
I do want to highlight Stephen Murphy's comment that the Light Cruiser set is definitely the most versatile set released, and I think it's been such a good thing for the community because I see so many people use it in their photos.
yeah.
Whether they're just like want to show off the figure that they just opened up and actually like wanted to just share with people, or they're actually like doing photos and stuff.
Yeah.
And it
I
broke
use
up
it
really-
the
as a backdrop
monotony.
for so many things. Honestly, one of the shots I gave you for this slideshow is
Yeah, I
with
saw.
the prison break. I used the that set for the prison break to be.
And
yeah,
you were
I
using it
mean-
in part of that torture scene too.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so versatile.
Yeah, I use it quite often too. It's such a good one. I still want to pick up a few more of those just to like make that really long hallway scene with that like beautiful like perspective shot going down the hall.
Yeah.
Nice
yeah,
shiny floor.
yeah, man. It's been cool. It's been cool.
Did I know it's probably not in here, but I just want to shout it out. I know we talked to Ben Swallow Collector and his Vader and Maul shot that he posted.
Yes,
Just
yes, I loved it.
dude, he
So
was
good.
cooking, and that's hot on the heels
Yeah,
of
dude.
some like maybe some of the coolest Yord and Stranger shots that I've seen. So
Dude,
Yeah, man.
he's so good.
Yeah.
It he's always done a really good job like with his photography, but I've noticed that
Yes,
it
I
just
will.
keeps getting better and better and better and better. Like every time that I
Yeah.
think that I'm like, man, dude,
he's
put out,
leveling
like,
up, dude.
he's put out his best shit now, and then he puts out
Yeah.
another one. I'm like, never mind, he's put his best shit out
Yeah.
now. Like, dude,
Yeah, man.
that Maul invader shot may be my favorite shot that he's ever taken, and I love the Stranger and the Yord stuff he did.
Yeah,
But
that
it's
one was
too
really,
good.
really cool.
It's too clean. It's good, man.
He's another one of those filthy love and saber people.
Gross.
Yeah.
You know what? Are you able
Hashtag
to
yellow saber supremacy.
pull up that image on his Instagram to share? You don't have to. I was just curious. If not, totally.
Yeah,
fine.
I'm not logged in, so
Yeah,
I would have
you're
to
fine,
log
you're
in
fine.
and all that stuff. But yeah, I should share it on another stream sometime for sure. I love his work actually.
Yeah.
He's a great dude too. For some reason, if you guys aren't following Ben Swallow Collector on Instagram, you should.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're not following
stuff.
him, what are you doing with your life?
What are you doing, man?
What are you
Dude,
doing?
I love the motion in all these shots too. Like that's
Thanks,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Honestly, that your fake Devin right here worked so well.
That's pretty convincing.
It
I was
did
really happy
everything
with
that
this
it
one.
needed to do for this shot. That's
This one also
great.
did really well in terms of like the algorithm, or just because like the scene itself was like really amazing, or like the episode like hit with people. But like, yeah, a lot of people were feeling this one. Yeah, also just like the subtle motion here was just like perfect.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Dude, the look on Maul's face right there, like you captured so much emotion.
yeah, I think it's
in
just like
him.
it's just how good that sculpted. So like the facial structure of it is just perfect, and then with the lighting that hits it, like
Yeah, dude.
yeah, it really brought all those feels. Really brought all those feels.
God, I love that.
Good old Crow. What's funny about this one is it's so subtle because it's like blurred out by the lenses, but like there's two gunships in this scene. Like literally, I have a
Nice.
gunship in the back, and then I have another one here, which is
God, I didn't
really
even
just the
clock
wing. It's just the wing of it, but still, it's like
Oh, love
somehow
that.
I fit those in there because like technically there was two gunships dropping them off and whatever.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, that was a fun one too. This though, I was just like,
What are those lights?
funny enough, that is like just an LED strip from IKEA that I got like
Yeah.
ages ago, and I don't even use it in like my displays or anything, but I've kept it around for like photo lighting because it's just such an easy thing to like plug in and just like balance on two like poles or something like that if I need like some kind of like lighting or whatever. But it fit perfectly in the gunship. And I
Yeah.
was just like, yes.
God, that's so good.
Because
That's
I was setting this up and I was like, it really needs that light in the background. Like
Yeah.
that was like a huge part of this scene, like the lights in the background and just the red glow within the gunship. And originally I had like just a red light like kind of tucked away behind the door here, and it was like just wasn't looking right.
Yeah.
But then when I put that in there, I was just like, okay, perfect.
And then great use of the Macquarie.
I know. He looks so goofy though, because his helmet is like clearly like the
Yeah.
compared to like them. Yeah, he doesn't look quite right, but he's doing what he's got to do.
Yeah, he's in the background enough.
Yeah, he's in the background.
I think it's fine. It adds to the scene.
And who's really getting distracted looking at him when you got the Crow and Marok right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I was really working on that Marok pose because he like has these just very subtle stances that have like ever so slight like tilts to his shoulder and stuff like that. He just has like a composure to him that's like very, I don't know. I don't even know the word to describe it. But it took me a second to like hit his pose.
The figure, like the torso articulation is so good on him. It's like a range of motion that we don't have on many figures. Yeah, he can hit those slutty ass little poses, man.
Just for real. Real.
Yeah, what a figure.
Yeah, I'm really happy with this one. This one, dude, this one got close to like 1,000 likes, which is pretty crazy because it's just like they're just standing there. But they look so good. And I think everyone just like was maybe hyped on them being in a gunship too.
Yes.
I think this is definitely one of my favorites from the whole bunch though. Yeah.
Did you just edit out the saber on the other end of Maul's?
Yes. I did, because I was like, should I cut this right now? And part of me was like, I should, but I was like, I feel a little guilty. I would need another one to open. I think I have another one to open, but I'm just going to edit this right now. I do kind of want to do that, but also in taking all these shots, I have kind of noticed that his saber is a little too big.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a little too bulky.
And it's mostly the
it's
new
like,
side.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, I think partially because of similar to Asajj, where they need to have that, tolerance to get the like peg in for that whole effect.
Yeah.
But yeah, like some of these shots have just been like, oh yeah, it's a little too big. So I've kind of looked at like some people's 3D prints of it, and that's kind of like an option I might do.
And what's bugged me about it in the past too is that like it's really big, but the blades are really small. Like they're really thin, and mine bent really easily, like just from like keeping them stored away.
This one's
and so it looked really bad in the photography. So I actually customized mine. I took one and I glued it together here in the middle, which makes it a little sturdier. And then I cut both of the blades off, and I took an extra Grand Inquisitor figure that I had, and I cut the blades off of that, and I took the X-Acto knife and I just drilled into the end of the lightsaber a little bit, and I shaved the end of the saber down to where it was like a little conical pointy on the end, and I stuck it in there with a little dab of glue on each side, and it's worked perfectly. And I think it's a lot more proportional.
That looks great.
Damn, dude, you really put it on like that custom saber.
And the blades are a little longer too, which I think works really well for Maul.
Wow, that's cool, man.
Yeah, I like that a lot. That's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, if they wanted to tool a slightly better saber for this potential Maul release of a better figure with the legs and like the cloak, I wouldn't be mad at it. Just
like
saying.
An unlit hilt, and then
yeah. We really do need that unlit hilt too.
Yeah. So then that would require they need to tool up a new skirt and hip,
a new peg hole. Yeah.
True. Or they can just send us like a thumbtack.
Yeah, I mean, who cares?
The DIY kit.
It wouldn't be the first time that they've released a figure with a hilt that doesn't have a peg to hang the hilt from the belt.
Yeah. Looking at you, Imperial Cal Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Or Imperial disguise Cal Kestis.
God.
I just took a little my X-Acto knife and poked a hole in the belt and stuck the lightsaber on there.
It's not a hard fix. But yeah. And this one I think we looked at last week, which was fun too.
I love that.
So good. Just that whole battle, just great. These I was definitely having I was having fun, man. I was so inspired after seeing like those episodes. I was just like, I
Dude.
got to do that. That one scene right here, I was just like taking like screenshots of being like, yes, this is one to
Yes.
recreate.
What gets me with your photography, dude, is that you've got like you do a really great job of getting that like deep color saturation in it. And
Mm,
normally when that happens, like that, it just like floods the rest of the shot
yeah,
and makes things like blurry and fuzzy and stuff. So, but you've done a great job of getting that color saturation while still keeping like the detail and stuff on his face. Like
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
and is like the red is hitting all the right spots and it's nowhere where it doesn't need to be. Which like I'm always looking at your photography going like, damn, how does he do that?
Yeah. I mean, I just somehow get the lighting to be just the way I want it. And then there's definitely a lot of editing, like in Photoshop and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
playing with like the levels and whatever. And then, I mean, Maroc is technically like, this is technically like 2 photos put together. So like
Yeah.
the camera lens is like, focused on Maul and like the crow. And then I take like a separate shot from Maroc and then kind of like combine the 2 photos with like tools in Photoshop.
Oh, like you composite them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
like,
like that a lot.
yeah. So that Maroc is not just a blur back there. Just because
Yeah.
like I thought he was like so important with that like little menacing walk that he has, man, that I was just like, you still have to like capture some of that too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
And the way that like they had it framed even in the show like this, I was just like, that's just so good. That beautiful framing of him back there.
It also
Yeah,
gives you control over the saber effects so that you're not bleeding over the
yes.
foreground characters. So
Yeah, man. So yeah, this turned out really fun. And even more fun note. So like this thing is just like similar like grout and like basically like fake rocks that I've made in the past, but all the stuff in the background to make this cave, I was like, man, I don't feel like building a bunch of shit right now. So I literally just took a bunch of tin foil and
Just-
kind of like molded it into like those pillars and just like spray painted it one night in the garage and just like let it sit and dry and then just plucked them back there. And like because
Yeah.
they're like in the background, you can't entirely tell what's going on. But yeah,
So smart.
it's just tin foil and spray paint. Quickest
That was-
diorama ever.
Hey man, works out though.
It worked out perfectly. I was just thinking like, in a very ILM, like poor man's
Yeah.
like craft here. Like just take some tin foil, put some chewing gum up here, and that'll be like Star Destroyers and stuff. I just love that, like that creative brain like problem solving that
Yeah, kind of like that one
People like us
potato
can get
being an
through.
asteroid in Empire
Yes,
Strikes
dude.
Back.
I
Yeah.
love that. I just love that stuff. Like, love it, man. And same thing here. It's just like those pillars in the background. Yeah. This one also did really, really well. People were like pretty into this.
Dude, that's so dope.
Gee,
love
I
that so
wonder
much.
why.
Oh,
Dude, it
I
looks
mean-
so freaking good, man.
I mean, you know how it can be sometimes with the internet. Like some things just like hit and some things don't. But like, yeah, I think people are just hyped on this show and like Inquisitors and Red Blade. So
Yeah, and you put the right
Oh,
stuff out
nice.
at the right time, man.
yeah, man. But yeah,
unlike
really happy
Hasbro,
with this.
you strike while the iron's hot.
That's what I'm saying, Hasbro. See, this is why it's fun for us to have these figures and like, inspire each other, get creative and like, get those creative juices flowing. It's nice, man. It's nice. It's good shit. And then
Ah, yes.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
yes. Like that morning I was like, all right, well, I gotta go to work, but I definitely want to take this shot when I get home.
Yeah. I think that's one of the next things I'm doing. I there's so many photos that I want to take. I haven't taken a good one of the stranger yet. I haven't
Me either.
had a chance to do anything with Padme or Shakti, but
Same.
this is jumping to the line. I want to do a Vader and Maul shot. I want to do an Inquisitor shot.
Yeah.
It's just I need to branch out. So every shot, every one of my photos is I'm a pleb, dude. I'm just doing it with my friggin' iPhone and then a couple cube lights and some
Heck
little
yeah.
diodes that I cobble together with pieces that I find.
I mean, that's all you
Similar to
need.
what you do. But the downside is I can't do slates because nothing's lined up right. So
Yeah.
I'm really hoping I really need to dive in, especially now with how things are going for me at work. I'm gonna need to have a little more proficiency with some camera stuff, so I may as well blow the dust off my film school experience and
Cool.
dig
Man.
out a camera or get myself a decent enough camera and start doing some more involved
Yeah, that was the other thing. I finally upgraded my camera recently, so I was like even more inspired like lately to take a couple shots. So
Yeah.
it was nice. So this is the shot where I was like, man, Maul, your saber's definitely a little too big.
Yeah.
It's a little too big. And
He's
yeah, so
compensating.
he is compensating. You know, he's got a lot of issues recently. He's feeling regrets and anger and all sorts of, you know, feels. But what's annoying is like the hilt is clearly like too big, but
Mhm.
also you can't see it, but I had to like prop him up on basically a stage because the blade coming off the bottom hits the ground.
Yeah.
And the only way for it to not hit the ground would be for me to move the saber further up, but he doesn't hold it like at the bottom
No.
of the hilt because it doesn't make any
So
sense.
buy another one and cut the blades off, like you were
I
saying.
know. I think I'm gonna do that.
And
But for this,
to not feel as bad, find one that has like a bent blade in the card, and then you won't feel as bad cutting the blades off of it.
true. But yeah, I was able to make it work. I just kind of propped him up on like two, like, I don't know, like Joy Toy floor pieces I had, and then the saber was able to kind of like hang off of it, whatever.
That
It
looks
took a little. It was a little bit of like TVC Jenga, if you will.
Yeah.
Because then
And-
obviously I had to put Vader on one too, so he's not like shorter
And-
than Maul for some reason.
Is that Dark Times Vader?
No, this is the New Hope one.
Vader? Okay.
Yeah, because it pretty much they were using like the New Hope like get up.
Okay.
So I was just like, all right, well, I'll use the New Hope one.
I can't get over. I love the New Hope Vader, but I can't get over how much I friggin' love that first release, that Dark Times Vader release. It is just
Oh yeah, it's
Mm.
Vader's phenomenal, and I know people always ask because they're like, "How did you get the cloak to look like that?" It's the custom cloak with a wire in it, so that's why it drapes very nicely.
Yeah.
Very nicely. But yeah, I was really happy with this scene. I was really happy with this one. Which again, it was another like poor man situation where I was like, I don't want to make an entire like jungle forest back there. So it's literally a piece of 11 by 17 paper that I printed a black rectangle on at work. And then kind of hung up like a backdrop and then took a really strong light and shined it like through the paper to create that like force like blinding light, and then just like some smoke, the IKEA lights above it, and then like two like red pucks to like do the saber thing, and it just like somehow caught the light perfectly to like bring that scene to life.
See,
Yeah.
this is the kind of stuff I'm like, okay, so taking notes, okay, 11 by 7 paper.
And literally, I came up with that like just like off the dome. I was like, how the hell am I going to do this? And I was like, maybe if I get a black sheet of paper and just shine a light through it, and it just worked.
God,
It
that's
just
so
worked.
good.
It's
Yeah,
so
man.
good, dude.
This show's just too inspiring.
Yeah.
That was the
Oh.
other thing, I guess, is like there's just so much visually in it that was like so inspiring to like create,
Mm-hmm.
which was just
Mhm.
cool, man. Super cool.
Yeah, it deserves every bit of love and success that it is getting because it's truly such a phenomenal series.
I love that, we're getting the second season. I'm hoping we can at least squeeze like 3 seasons out of it minimum, but I would love this to just
Same.
kind of be an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
Maul is such a staple of Star Wars animation at this point, and links some key pieces here like Solo, Rebels, Phantom Menace, Clone Wars, all that. It's just keep this part of the story going, and as we branch out into the rest of the universe, as we go into Starfighter, we have Mando and Grogu and all the New Republic stuff. It's like, let's keep doing this stuff and find ways to explore the Inquisitorius and dive into the Sith a little bit more, and more of this underworld. It's so cool, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
looking
Sam
forward to
Witwer even said that he was like, he's really hoping to break what he calls the 3-season curse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he wants to do more than 3 seasons of Maul.
I do want to highlight Stephen Murphy's comment here. Sometimes he wonders if they could do alternate heads with different faces in addition to alternate hands, sort of like how Marvel Legends will do it. Too much of a cost, though. But I will say that as somebody who likes to take photos or even just display these things on my shelves, I think an alternate portrait would be pretty cool for Maul. Like in a scene like this, if he's like a slightly more, aggressive, portrait, that would have been pretty cool for this.
Yeah.
I want his sneer, not the
Yes.
smiley grin that the Black
Yes.
Series one has, not that
Yes.
dopey look.
Yes.
I want a serious just snarl
I
because he
was
does
look.
that so much.
I know, and I was looking at like 3D printing custom heads last night because I was thinking the same thing. And
Yeah.
Syndicate Customs actually has a couple versions. He has like the smiley one, but he also has the snarl, just like you're saying, where it's like the slight, like angry like look.
Oh,
So I was considering it. He paints them. You got to pay for it, but
well, yeah, but worth it.
worth it.
Or we should all
especially
hit up Sarah Reynolds, who sculpted the figure in the first place.
Oh man,
And just be like, hey,
True.
will you just take that sculpt and just maybe like rework it a little bit, and then like
could you retweak
on
it
the side?
real quick? Yeah, dude, that would be sick. But again, this is something like if Hasbro wanted to be a little creative and just like get people excited for like another kit bash of this mall or something like that, it would not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
I think I remember when they repacked the figure, straight repack, we're all just kind of like, whatever. Turned out it was kind of nice. And it's like if they continue to update this figure in meaningful ways, I think they can just keep getting mileage out of it.
Yep.
In ways that we'd all be, not all, I'm not going to speak for everyone, but in ways that I think collectively and in general, folks would be appreciative of. And it would also keep the character in really great figures of the character in circulation for like the general public, the more casual folks. And
Yeah.
it's just like Vader. I think Maul has established himself to a point where he should always be in rotation. It's like Maul, Vader, Mando. I'm surprised that they don't always have a Luke Skywalker. Like, they haven't updated. Light Cruiser Luke, if they did a couple more updates on that figure.
I agree.
Like that's one that they should, like, every year or two, there should just be some version of Jedi Master Luke, Jedi Knight Luke.
Yeah.
Available.
No, I really agree with that. Like the Lukes could use some work because like the best one that we have is Farm Boy Luke, which is great, but it's just like it's then made me be like, okay, well, that Return of the Jedi Death Star 2 Luke is garbage. That could really use an overhaul. Maybe some of those parts could also go to a better Light Cruiser Luke or whatever we might see in the future. There's a lot of work when it comes to Luke.
And R2 as well. Different accessories for different movies because he's in every friggin' movie and every media just about.
That's the other thing I want to talk about.
I was really bummed
I
was really bummed when Light Cruiser Luke came out and he did not have a new torso.
Yeah, he was inaccurate.
I was really looking forward to that like new Jedi torso Luke, because if we had gotten that new Jedi torso way back then, who knows how many Jedi we could have reused it on now.
We'd be in better shape. It's missed opportunities, and I get it. It's just it was tough where we had to then wait 2 years or 3 years. Was it beginning of 22 or 23 that figure? I think beginning of 23 that figure came out, and that episode aired in end of 2020.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it was
20.
like, dudes, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But luckily, there's been some changes in how they do stuff and who's working on what. So we've seen some progress. So the Hasbro of 2020 to 2023 is maybe not the Hasbro of now. So would they make that same choice? Probably not. I think they would, within the 18-month window, we would have
gotten him sooner. Yeah.
And we would see him maybe more accurately. So
one would hope. But yeah, definitely going back to Maul in terms of keeping this figure like in circulation is one that like would potentially be good to have around. Once they hopefully maybe update a couple things here, they do need to go back and do the quintessential Phantom Menace Maul.
100%.
And that one definitely should be in rotation. And it's just like there's opportunities here to do the force hand push here or do it with that version. I don't know, but I just want to see some accessories come with Maul other than like the saber or unlit hilt. And who's to say like maybe they do the angry expression with the Phantom Menace version? We can easily pop that head then onto this Maul if you want to, change it up on your displays in terms of like Shadow Lord versus the Phantom Menace. So
because I've put a spare version of this head on a Phantom Menace body, and it looks
way better. Yes,
like,
it looks good, man. But that figure in terms of the rest of the body is just like really showing some age.
Yep.
And I think it's time for that one to eventually come out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, give us the Duel of the Fates 3-pack.
Yep.
Just get it out there and
Yeah.
get it over with, you know?
Yep. Modern
And
definitive.
we're
version.
gonna go nuts over that.
Yeah.
I don't think Ben Swolo will survive.
No. Yeah. He'd have a heart. His heart would explode, and we'd hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, dude. Yeah.
Shot heard around the world right there.
Yeah. Krakatoa. It's just poof.
I mean, Duel of Fates is probably my favorite song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that movie in general, like, was one of my. So when we were talking about like prequels earlier with Attack of the Clones and the pacing and stuff like that, it's always a toss up for me of whether Revenge of the Sith is first for me or Episode 1.
Yeah.
Both are so good.
Yeah.
I have such a strong place in my heart for Episode 1 because like that was like the first new Star Wars for me as like a younger kid. And like getting Maul like all over packaging and stuff, getting that figure like you shared the other day, Evan, like like I was really into it. And also to first see lightsabers being used in that type of like manner was just like
more than just
the F. Yeah. Like it was like redefining for sure.
There's
so
a
that one's
reason
just like always will hold a special place in my heart. So as much as I love Revenge of the Sith, it's always like sometimes back and forth between like, do I want to watch Episode 1 right now or Revenge of the Sith? I'm torn.
I'm right there with you, man. It's while I had Power of the Force 2 figures, like in the 90s leading up to it, it was just like, oh yeah, my parents got me like, oh, they saw a Luke Skywalker and a Darth Vader, and I was like, ooh, I want that, and like, oh, a C-3PO, that's cool.
Yeah.
Episode 1 is the movie that led to my life being ruined to where it's at now with collecting, because like that was where I saw that movie. It was like, okay, Mom, Dad, collect them all. Come on, guys, chop, let's do this. And it set the course. But yeah, I sent you guys the picture on May the 4th. Like, what movie did I throw on May the 4th? Phantom Menace, dude. Is it my favorite Star Wars movie? No. Would I say it's the best Star Wars movie? No. But
yes,
I've said it many times. That is my comfort movie.
Yeah.
That movie is a safe place. It is so meaningful. I love watching. I could watch it any day, anytime.
It's a good time.
Don't care.
It's a good time, and then you get to that Duel of Fates like saber fight, man. It's just like,
yeah,
dude,
it's tough.
Like one of my favorite stories is like Ewan talking about how they had to actually slow down the film of him and Ray Park dueling because it was too fast,
dude.
For the movie. And I'm just like, man, those two are freaking powerhouses. Like you can the energy from that, like even just watching that duel happen on the screen is it like the feeling is electric. You can feel the energy.
I love going back and watching
the they put into that.
Those like behind the scenes like training, like choreographies are just like insane. And also to think about like, damn, dude, they invested so much time into like this choreography and training for those saber fights. Like it's never been done on that level again.
And they broke so many because they were still using the aluminum rods. It wasn't until I think Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith where they started using carbon fiber with baked in. But yeah, I remember I got a hold of when I was like 13 or 14, I found some carbon fiber dowels. And my mom bought them for me, and then I put them in some like custom PVC lightsabers, and we like had stunt lightsabers just like in the movies. And
awesome.
A couple of my buddies and I would like, choreograph lightsaber fights. But at one point, we had the Phantom Menace like Obi-Wan versus Maul movements like memorized. And were we popular with girls? No, but
you should have been with moves like that.
Man, talk about slutty.
Yeah,
that Obi-Wan behind the back block.
Yeah, just that boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so good.
God.
Yeah, man. I hope we get that mall one day. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that
it'd be nice to visit Phantom Menace again.
That 3-pack would be absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it'd be interesting for someone to do a mock-up, a journey of Maul, kind of like the journey of Anakin 3-pack, Phantom Menace. Clone Wars or the Shadow Lord version, and then like the Solo version or Rebels version. It can even be a 4-pack at this point.
Yeah, Finn, talk to Greedo Collection for the figure mock-up. I'll do the tooling breakdown.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that'd be awesome because like a Phantom Menace one would be really cool, and then like we could do chicken legs Maul, like the robot
Yeah.
legs for Clone Wars, or we could do an updated accurate Maul Shadow Lord version. Either one.
Yeah.
And then do the old master from Rebels. That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
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 I do really want that version.
Was Hasbro trying to tell us something by putting Maul and Vader in the first wave of the year this year together?
Interesting. Interesting.
True.
Yeah, didn't think about that.
Cheeky little nod right there.
I think it's just because they had a really great Vader figure that they could repack,
Right.
And it's good. They always need to have Vader out there in some capacity. So.
Which would have been really funny if for some reason, instead of like doing that Vader, they did the rest of the tooling for like the A New Hope version or whatever, maybe even Dark Times, and like put that on a Maul card. That would have been equally as like ridiculous, but I would have been like, that's fucking cool just because of like how this episode was.
That is generally a lazy repack. Like I would be stoked about is whichever Vader's the most accurate or whatever they need to tool up to make him accurate.
Yeah.
And I assume they could just do, I don't know why my brain is just filling it in with Dark Times, but you used A New Hope.
Yeah.
Okay. Then like whichever one works and just do a straight repack on a Maul Shadow Lord card. I don't give a shit. I'll buy it. I want it.
Simply because this show was so incredible. Let's just be like, give it to me.
Yeah.
I barely have a reason to get a new Maul on that Shadow Lord card back, but I want it just because this show was so good.
Is it in A New Hope video? Is his tabards going over the armor?
Yeah, they're going over it. I saw some people kind of
so.
complaining because they were hoping it was like more Revenge of the Sith, but you can see the tabards going over it.
And then his A New Hope chest box, is that the same?
Let's see if I can get it to pause on that chest box.
Because it looked like in that scene.
Well, costume continuity and Lucasfilm are they go
Just
hand in hand.
That move right there. Sorry, just seeing Devin just pommel like Mark in the face with the back of that lightsaber gets me every time. She's such a badass, man.
Yeah, I think it is the A New Hope chest plate.
Let's see. I'm gonna consult the poster that they
stupid hand out of the way, bro.
Maybe. Did they? What the fuck?
Okay, there we go. That's a pretty good shot of it. Poor Docky, he was getting his ass kicked.
Okay, it looks like that's the
man. Vader walks in the room, everybody's getting their ass kicked.
I know.
So it looks like the same, at least on the Dark Times Vader, it's the same chest box belt, but it would need to be the A New Hope one with the tabard. Sorry for the typing noise.
No, you're good.
I don't hear it.
Good. Oh yeah, so that it could just be the A New Hope Vader.
Yep.
All right. Yep. So Hasbro, you want to shake me down for another $40? Congratulations.
So wait, you would get another opener as well, not just the card?
Hell yeah, I would.
Nice.
Did I buy 2 TIE fighters?
Because in his mind he would always know that he didn't get an opener of this one.
I guess genuine, like you may be joking, but that is absolutely correct. Like
no, I get it. I totally understand it.
It's a compulsion. I wish it was not this way. I wish I was different.
I mean, I guess I'm.
I wish I could just
who bought like
wish my feelings away, but
20 of the same Maul saber. So,
yeah.
Also, peak Obi-Wan, I totally agree that Spider Maul needs to happen.
100%.
Top 25 for the last 4 years.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Love it, dude.
Sweet.
Spider Legs Maul.
Now, the real question is for old Master Maul from Rebels, which look do we get? Do we get Malachor, the Malachor look, or do we get season 3 look?
I would say season 3 because we have the Obi-Wan that goes with that fight.
Yeah.
We have Kanan from Malachor, but we don't have Ahsoka. We don't have those Inquisitors.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I would say if they started with
do
old
have
Master,
Ezra that goes with season 3 look.
Yeah. Does he have the same legs from Malachor to Tatooine?
He does, yeah.
He
So
does.
then that way, if they started season 3,
they could go
They could
back.
always work backwards.
Yeah.
yeah, that would be
Yeah.
my
And if they gave us
recommendation.
the like shirtless torso for Malachor Mall,
yeah.
they could always do some fun Legends nods and go back and do the shirtless
The
like
training.
Sith training Mall
Yeah,
that they gave to 6-inch.
yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
then if they go back and do a shirtless Maul and do Sith training Maul from the same one that they did for a 6-inch, then they can repaint him again and make the Knight Brothers from Jedi Fallen Order.
Yep.
I will have them
Yes,
if
you
it's
will.
the last
someday.
thing I do.
I mean, clearly went with some Knight Brothers. Come on,
Yeah.
Hasbro.
God,
Ah,
I love, my heart
boy.
breaks, man.
can we also just talk? Hold on, because it's a pretty good shot of his like attire. Because he has such a like, it's like so funny because he's like a Jedi, right?
Yeah,
But he's not wearing like your traditional robes or whatever. And we were kind of talking about like maybe they like dumbed it down to like more civilian
Well, it's the
clothing or whatever.
Yeah.
He's wearing
Yeah.
like a pilot uniform.
yeah, they're
But
undercover.
it made me wonder too. I was like, well, maybe he was a pilot at some point in the
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah.
Republic. And also like his pilot gear is like so got me thinking about like A-Wing pilot
Yeah,
because of the green and just like that. But
Yep.
also like oddly enough, like the Cantina Spacer, because that's also basically the same like pilot thing. But yeah, I just thought it was a really interesting design. I wish they could like share a little bit more. Like I hope they do like a book where they talk more about like the
there's
design
a
arc and stuff.
on StarWars.com. I think there is a character turnaround, like a
Oh, cool.
art piece of him. I saw it while I was looking for docu pictures today
Nice.
for the cards.
What if this is the card they use?
I mean,
for
shit,
BBC
Oh,
release.
no.
whatever gets it.
Oh, hey Lorena, how are you doing?
Oh, hey,
Hello
look,
there.
that's a familiar
Nice to
face.
see you here. You came at a good time and maybe a sad time because we just our boy Docky. He just bit the dust.
He deserves so much better.
He does. He deserves a TVC figure. He
There,
deserves it all.
Exactly.
yeah. There's a here. I'm gonna. I'm not in the chat, but I can be in the private chat.
Okay, what you got?
It's a concept art for Docky, and there's they're also comparing his height to a looks like a clone trooper.
Oh, cool. I see
Yeah.
that. Let me bring that on the screen real quick. Out of here.
So even though he's got shorter legs and arms, I almost wonder if they could like. I don't know. It'd be tough because he's such a short dude.
Yeah,
for
he's a tiny
reuse.
one.
Yeah, so I think they could maybe use like a couple torso pieces from him if they made a normal size pilot, but that's such a cool costume, dude.
It really is.
Yeah, he's cool.
Dude, he's so cool.
He's tiny though for sure. So I'm
Yeah.
like, what else could they use this for?
Yeah, on the top left, he's a full head shorter than a normal
Clone.
Okay.
average size.
Okay, so
He's
not
kind of the same
super-
size as the Utai.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting. Yeah.
But
It's
they
so
don't-
odd. It's so odd too that he's like a similar species to like Coleman.
mhm.
Yeah, he's like a mixture of like a Trandoshan and a Verk.
Yeah. You know, maybe Docky's parents had something going on.
Yeah.
I
mean, we've seen what in Acolyte where we got the
Half
was-
human, half Elon.
Yeah.
check.
and I mean, even with like Rebels, you know, a Twi'lek and a human,
Mhm.
if you will. Although Jason Syndulla doesn't look very Twi'lek.
No.
He's got green hair.
He's got
Yeah.
green hair. He took that. He
He
took
takes-
that part of it.
Takes after his father. So what they're implying is that the Twi'lek skin pigment is the same as human hair pigment.
The execution of how they did Queel in TVC makes me think why they didn't do other figures like that. people like Daki, Yoda, Yaddle, even Piao. I don't know. Like that was the last little figure we got, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't think anything's really been that
Yeah.
small. But there also haven't been that many new I guess like Frog Lady would be a small character
Frog
that they've
Lady,
yet to
yeah.
do. Um, I mean, hopefully one day they'll do Frog Lady. Like we've been making enough noise for Frog Lady.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he gets
Dude,
to
that'd be
Yoda
such
and
a sick
Yaddle, they're
figure.
really tiny though. Like
God, it's like
Yoda's what, like half the height probably of Daki.
yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
Like, significantly tinier. I'm kind of curious, like, so looking at like this image right here in terms of like the wrists and stuff like that, if they
Mhm.
were to do Daki, do you think they would put the swivel below this cuff or above the cuff, given how they kind of treated Devin? Or do you think it's like thick enough of a wrist that they could probably still get away with a hinge?
I
Which
think
I'm
they could get
hoping
away with
for.
a hinge.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking it's thick enough. They'd try to pull out the hinge.
Cool. Yeah, I would hope so too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, obviously I'm always for like getting all the
Yeah.
hinges on my Jedi so they can actually like
Oh,
use
absolutely.
that saber.
Yeah, and then they'd have to give him the force push hand for sure. I was
Oh,
just
yeah.
pulling up the vintage collection Quill figure, and yeah, that was like, oh, maybe they could reuse some kind of parts from it. I don't think so. So
Oh, Lorena, scrolling up, you didn't see much celebration drama. Well, there was definitely some drama. There were some broken hearts up in there.
yeah,
I almost
fucking
didn't get in.
Reds.
I almost didn't get in. Evan had to help me out. Yeah, my stupid green guy was Cinco de Mayo hungover and barely getting past the halfway point after like 2.5 hours. So
Yeah, that was wild.
yeah, glad you got yours though.
Yeah, congrats, Lorena.
That's awesome. It'll be your first celebration. Right on. Looking forward. We'll see you there. Any child characters who could share torso tooling? With Daki, I don't know.
Mace Tuwani from the Ewok movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang.
There you go.
Deep pool. There you go. Actually, that's probably one of
Actually?
the only characters that I can think of.
Hey, listen,
I'd be
I
here
don't
for
have
it.
bad ideas, guys.
Yeah.
Listen,
I ain't mad at
I'm
it, man.
kidding.
I ain't mad at that. Yeah, he'd be cool. He'd be so cool. I really hope we get this character, man.
Me too.
I need
man.
him. I need him so bad.
With his poncho and everything.
It's so crazy how quickly he's become one of my favorite, like, Dark Times Jedi.
Yeah.
If you Google Iko Diadaki, just because I was looking that up, one of the first results is a friggin' Polygon article. It's like Star Wars just killed its best character since Baby Yoda. It's like,
Oh no. Oh, I mean, they're not too wrong.
no.
True.
Yeah.
True.
They already love using what?
Wait, where did that comment go?
Yeah, Dedra over here.
Yep.
Oh yeah, men's legs for women. So
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Satine Saturday is on.
Heck yeah.
I know you want Satine. Definitely still a character that I want too. I mean,
Same.
I'm all for them
Yes.
continuing with that Mandalore arc and getting us more figures from that. Obviously, we
Wild
kind of
that we
talked
want.
about it earlier, but that Rook cast could even be repainted for Clone Wars version with like the less weathered armor, which they could do a couple Maul female loyalists and even just like the Death Watch color repaint of that figure. But yeah, man, definitely want to see more from Mandalore. Savage, would love to see Savage. All Mac. That'd be
Dude,
so great.
Savage is an absolute necessity. It's a crime that we don't have him yet.
Oh, interesting. You were hoping to see her in Maul's flashbacks. Yeah. Dang, yeah. I always forget how evil that was.
Yeah.
Poor
What?
And don't get me wrong, Maul is a bad dude.
Yeah, he's a
Oh,
bad
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
The protagonist to be a bad dude.
I guess
So-
unfortunately Maul doesn't have any regrets when it comes to really punishing poor Obi-Wan and
Yeah.
taking out Satine like that, man. What a jerk.
Now, what do you guys think the chances are that we get Dathomir in season 2?
I mean, Doesn't canonically Maul still have the dark saber, and he keeps the
And
dark saber on a
he-
shrine on Dathomir.
he does, yes.
Yeah.
So it's got to be. But then also Ventress is back running around. So when are those two like something? Come on,
Crossing paths, yeah.
yeah.
Right, yeah, and like
Ventress trying to reform and do good. Maul's still trying to do some evil shit. It's like,
I also love that that Sam Witwer like was asked about what are the what's the likelihood that Terran Malicos and Maul cross paths on Dathomir, and
yeah,
he was basically just like, oh yeah, Liam, the guy who plays Terran Malicos, he's like, oh yeah, Liam is one of my best buds, so I'd say the likelihood is very good.
yeah. I mean,
And I
that'd
was
be
like,
dope.
dude, that would be a crazy connection to those games.
We need a Malicos figure, man. Like, let's again, half that figure already exists.
Yeah, and if
Yeah.
you're gonna make a Malicos, you gotta have Jedi Fallen Order Cal Kestis.
Yeah.
So just go ahead and make him too. Yeah.
There's a lot of just really easy little steps that they can do to get stuff, and so I'm hoping just as we move forward with the line, they can start getting a little more creative with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, to be
Sometimes
honest,
it feels like they're a little too beholden to some other ideas of what it's supposed to be. Not saying
Yeah.
it's wrong, because again, we want it all. We want
Mhm.
more. It's just kind of a little more creativity would be appreciated.
And don't get us wrong, like Hasbro is actually getting a little bit more creative. And this was
Yeah.
something we were kind of talking about like during the like reveals stream, just like the tooling library is getting much more advanced and having a lot more options, which is allowing the retools of like characters that we're getting to feel almost like a full new tool, because it's just like the library is getting good,
Yeah.
which is really nice. So yeah, I'm like hopeful to see what like the next couple years brings us, and like just that progression still of, again, I guess what you guys always talk about, the expansion and success of
Yeah.
the heritage scale. Yeah, man. But yeah, this show has just been amazing. I hope we can get, like I said, Docky for sure, and just like a couple more characters out of this, man.
Yeah. Same.
There was just good stuff in it. And with like a season 2 coming, I don't think it would be a bad idea to get a couple more figures out there before we get to season 2. I know they always
Yeah.
have a lot to juggle. We got Battle of Geonosis. There's the 50th coming. Of course, there's a movie about to hit the movie theaters, and you think you see some more reveals for that, but I guess we'll get to that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a different podcast for the three of us.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's like with the brand stories, Return to Tatooine, Battle of Geonosis. I don't think they're bad ideas per se, but I think it's tough for those things. I think it's a great way for them to get some heavy hitters out of the way that are at the top of the fan polls. But sometimes it's like, well, Return to Tatooine, Battle of Geonosis, sure. And I'm happy about both of them. I love the stuff that we've gotten for both. I mean, Return to Tatooine got us the OT A New Hope mains that have been prior to top of the fan polls of like Farm Boy Luke, Han, Leia. Like, come on, we got to get these things done. Old Ben Kenobi, and Battle of Geonosis kind of getting us more into the prequel Jedi territory, getting us Geonosians, clones, and hopefully, battle droids and whatnot. And so, but it's like, moving forward as we get back into more media, we've got movies back in theaters again. It's like, okay, let's not get lost in the sands of Tatooine. Let's not, lost in the dust of Geonosis too long. Well, it's like we still want those things to support, and we need those mains and those things we ask for. It's like, but also, there's got to be room for the new exciting things to bring in folks and keep folks excited and keep it relevant. And so,
yeah, and like we were talking about before, just like having these figures in hand from the show and being able to take photos and see other people take photos and just enjoy the thing is just a special feeling that is very inherent to Star Wars collecting and being a fan.
Oh yeah. I
Being
mean,
able
like
to merchandise
here,
and having the thing. It's important.
Like right here on my desk, I have new figures from the show that just aired and finished, and I have the main character for the upcoming movie that's about to hit theaters.
Yeah.
Like the newest version of him, which I've been having so much fun with. I've built out like his whole kit, every accessory that the Mandalorian would need to have like an ultimate Mando. Like, I've had so much fun with it, and I've taken so many pictures of all of them. It's so cool.
Yeah.
it does a world of good for morale
Yeah.
to even have a little bit before and during the show and before the movie, you know?
Yeah. No, I totally agree. And I'm glad that they've taken steps towards that, at least with the movie that's out right now and the animated series that we just finished. So that's steps in the right direction. I know we've been like
Yes.
kind of like, you know, chanting for like them to kind of strike when the iron's hot and do a better job with, you know, coordinating with like Lucasfilm or whatever they need to do to get these figures out in a reasonable time. And
Yeah.
so far, I can't be mad. I got 2 badass Inquisitors. I got Devin announced, and fingers crossed we see my sweet, sweet, spicy Docky.
Sweet spicy Docky.
Sweet spicy Docky.
Yeah.
Eco Tio Docky.
Yeah.
So just looking forward to seeing what they do with the rest of like that kind of initiative, and I guess just where the rest of the year takes us.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Agreed.
But yeah, man. But yeah, we've been going for 4 hours basically. That's a lot of
Oof.
spicy Docky.
God, I thought I was only going to have like 2 hours in me, but here we are.
Oh,
That's
man.
a lot of spicy Docky. And I put the image back up, but I don't want to traumatize anybody else with the spicy Docky. It'll be coming to an inbox near you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
man.
no, you've been dockied.
Oof, you've been spicy Docky. But yeah, appreciate everybody who's come to hang out with us during all these chats. It's been a good time enjoying this show, talking about it, talking about figures, and just, you know, being a bunch of Star Wars nerds. And again, thank you guys for being here with me as well. I always love talking to each of you when it comes to Star Wars stuff and this plastic obsession that we have, whether it's an obsession, a passion, or a detriment
Yeah.
to our sanity.
Dude, after my credit card got a bit of an exercise today with the celebration stuff, and I'm dying.
Such is the way of all fandom things.
Oh God,
as Bendu
yeah.
would say.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's been good times. But you guys want to let people know where they can find you and what you got going on in your socials in the next couple?
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Yep. You can find me, Evan, at Mile High Ground on Instagram. You know, we shared my dumb little yes, I should. I will. That'll be coming to my Instagram next April. We shared my card mock-ups that I did, but that's me standing atop the, you know, excellent, you know, inspiration and work of my buddy John, Vintage Concepts, who's also my SWTVC teammate. I'm a part of @SWTVC on both Instagram and YouTube. You know, we're big proponents for the ongoing push for the continued existence, expansion, and success of the heritage scale of Star Wars collecting. I said the thing. And, you know, these two fine gentlemen who we've been talking every Wednesday, they joined us on SWTVC this past Saturday. So if you haven't seen that, you know, go to YouTube at SWTVC, catch that replay of that live stream, or you can listen to it audio only wherever you get your podcasts. I recommend watching it though. We're fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I will just say, you know, thank you, Toys of the Way, for creating this space as we've had, you know, the month of MAUL. You know, Finn, getting to join both of you guys here and talk at length and share things like this. Good old spicy Docky.
Good old spicy Docky.
But getting to share this space and getting to be hyped about Star Wars and talk about this stuff and ramble and rant and rave. I got to talk about Legacy like an idiot for way too long earlier today.
Oh, hell yeah, man. The comic talk
Yeah.
and just legacy talk was beautiful.
It just means a lot. I appreciate you, you know, having me on, and thanks so much for letting me be part of the Spicy Docky Adventure Hour the past 3 weeks. It's been a blast, man. And I can't wait to do it again for whatever the next thing that rolls around is. So
Heck yeah, man.
yeah, man.
Yeah, love having you guys on. Like I said, it's been a good time. It's been an awesome
Absolutely,
space.
man.
It's been some great hangs with everyone in the chat and just in general. Again, we just love this universe in a galaxy far, far away. And I'm always here to just hang out and talk Star Wars stuff.
Dude, yeah, it's been so fun.
Heck yeah, man. Well, with that, chat, appreciate you. If you for some reason have not followed these people on their socials, definitely go do so. Wonderful stuff over there. And also, if you haven't smashed a like on this video, this stream, I don't know what you're doing, do that. Help us out. And with that being said, may the force be with you all. And thank you. Peace out.